One, hello, and welcome back to the Roll Plus Bond 72-hour charity stream, 6th anniversary, I believe. My name is Adam. My pronouns are he, him. I'm here as a part, like I said, of the Roll Plus Bond 72-hour charity stream. We're a group of tabletop game players, makers, and friends, and we're celebrating our 6th anniversary with our annual charity stream. This year, all donations are going to Medical Aid for Palestinians, which is a nonprofit organization that provides immediate healthcare and medical resources to Palestinians in need of help. If you would like to make a donation at any point during the stream, we would greatly appreciate it. You can go, there should be a link in the chat if you're watching. Yes, there is. And yeah, we will try to monitor donations that come in and give a shout out to anything that happens. So today we are playing the Locked Room here in this 4-hour block. We're playing the Locked Room Murder Mystery game. It's a game that I designed that is currently available as like an open beta where the rules are done, but I don't feel like physically producing it yet. So yeah, we'll be playing along with that. And joining me is, if everybody would like to introduce yourselves.
In any particular order?
Why don't we go in order top down, I guess, from the Discord, just because then people can track your voice to the screen.
My name is Anna. I use she, her pronouns. You can find the game that I wrote, Capes in the Dark, either next block in the stream or at seasidesepulcher.itch.io. Or you can listen to me on KalasCon, which there's going to be a Legislature episode next week, I think, so you should look forward to that one. Devin?
Any pronouns?
I said she, her.
Oh, cool. I'm Devin. I use they and he pronouns. I'm also a game designer. You can find my work at devindecibel.itch.io. You can find my music, which you've heard in some of the interstitials, devindecibel.bandcamp.com. Currently running a Kickstarter for one of my games. You can find that at ttrpg.link/pale dot. It's a game about little alien cosmonauts. I'm also on CalasCon. Anyways,
Yeah. Hi, I'm Illy. I use she, her pronouns. I wrote one game once for Secret Samuel, but I've been wanting to rework it for ages because I can see the issues with it now. But so I don't really have anything to plug. But I guess if you want, you can go and see this year's Secret Samuel offering over on Blue Sky. My name is Hyphabole, HYPHABOLE. I forgot the password for it though, so I'll probably log in next year to the next Secret Samuel.
Hi, I'm Mocha or Eric. It's fine. They, them pronouns. I make video games, and in less than 2 months, a new game of mine will come out called Witch's Heaven. Wish you could wish list it. I'm a bit on the slower side right now. I don't know why. Anyway, so yeah, would be cool. It's about kicking things and being existential, in the face of the end of the world, and finding your friends again. Yeah, and God, is there anything else? I occasionally also write TTRPGs. You can find them on itch.io. There might be a new one soon. I'm writing on something about car racing because I'm awful. Anyway, I think I should stop talking. Because car racing is bad, but I still like it.
Well, murder's bad. I made a game about murder that we're about to play.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, and cops are terrible. We're about to play someone cop adjacent.
Well, this is not in our case. This is just a humble mortal.
In the Vegas sense, in our case, yes.
We have to acknowledge Columbo is bad. He's cool, but also he's still a cop.
Yeah, so cool. So welcome everybody, and welcome to everybody in the chat. I I guess I didn't really. I just said I'm Adam, and I made this game. I didn't do all the rest. So yeah, I'm Adam Bell. I also make role playing games. So you can get this game, the full rules, at lockedroomgame.com. You can play it right now. There's a guide to how to play it online like we're about to do, and other stuff like that. But you can get my other games at adambell.games or adambell.h.io. I'll just put lockedroomgame.com in the chat, because I think you should be able to get to everything else from there, but maybe not. Yeah, so today in the Locked Room Murder Mystery game, we have devised a new playset where a god is going to get killed. But before we get to that, I'm going to sort of go over the beginning of the game, the introduction, and then we can start playing and learn about these gods. Start reading the rules. Let me get to the intro that I can read out. So, the story we're about to tell is one of mystery, murder, rumors, and disgrace. It's a convoluted tale of a detective in search of the who, how, and why of the most impossible type of crime, the locked room murder. With the victim of the crime found behind closed and locked doors, the killer's escape from the room is as much of a mystery as their identity. While attempting to untangle the web of evidence and deception surrounding the case, our sleuth will uncover the twisted and troubling rot at the core of everything. Inspired by detective novels, our story and the mystery it revolves around will unravel as we play. We'll first learn all the relevant characters, each of whom may be a suspect. We'll play out and describe scenes, called chapters, as we trace the events leading up to the murder, and then continue writing chapters of our detective collecting clues from the crime scene and the secrets of all the people involved, slowly putting the pieces of the puzzle together in their mind. As players and authors, we won't necessarily know how these pieces fit when we discover them, but we'll finally see the truth when the detective dramatically welcomes all involved to the summation exercise. This format allows us to be dramatic with our chapters, layering in clues and tidbits and theatrics without knowing exactly how it will connect in the end. We may know that Alfred briefed his wife and son about some clandestine plot in the limo ride to the gala, but not what sort of plot he had in mind. Perhaps we'll get a glimpse of Mr. Willard finding a threatening note that was slipped under the door of his study, but we don't yet know who authored it. So with the setup, we have already done that, but I can give an overview for everybody around. Get this out of here. In the Miro board here, we have our journal. So we have a 5x5 grid of both suspects and clues. We're going to be filling this out, specifically the suspects, in a second, and then the clues we'll learn as we play, and we'll start adding those to the board. The second step is to choose a case file, which we have already done, in that we created, we came up with the idea for a new one that I have now laid out, and so we'll go to that now. The pitch for what I have titled the Quadricentennial Godly Domain Conference is as follows. Humans keep coming up with new stuff. Isn't that annoying? We gods just want to sit back and rule over things like the sun or the moon, the ocean or the sky, but no, humans have to come up with new crap all the time. Somebody has to take these new inventions as their godly domain, but there are too many things for just one god. The pace of invention in the last few centuries has led to us gods convening every 25 Earth years to divvy out the new domains. It's 2025, so it's time for the first meeting since the Y2K debacle. Who will be the god of Twitter? Who gets to take responsibility for smartphones and high-speed internet? What else have humans come up with since we last met? It'll get worse, too, because one of the gods is going to get murdered this time around. I can feel it. There's no better time to murder a god than when we all descend into mortal forms to hash out all this domain business, and the last few meetings have been wicked tense. So, yeah.
I love this so much.
That's where we are.
I love
Man,
this
I love
intro,
that.
that shit.
I'm going to send you all a link, because I didn't do that. I meant to do that before, but a link to the suspect table, because this is how the first part of this game works, is we're going to take turns drawing cards, and those cards will give us the option of taking either a description, relationship, or trait from the suspect table. You'll pick one, you'll add it to the tableau or to the journal, and then once we've gone through all 20 cards, we will name everybody and have a feel for the characters. So is there anybody that would like to go first?
Do we need to be on the tables thing as well?
Yeah, I sent it. I could, if it would be easier, I could just quickly screenshot and stick it in the Miro.
No, that's fine.
I'll do both. But yeah, I put the link in the Discord.
Why don't we go in order of Discord again?
Cool. Should I start?
Sure.
Or no, Andrew?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
guess
can
that
start.
makes you. Yeah, you know what you're doing. I'll follow your lead.
Okay, that's true. That's a good point. All right,
Oh
so
man, there's so many things that you've come up with here.
Yeah.
Love these traits already.
yeah, so
Me
the
too.
way that the descriptions and traits I had in mind here is the description. This is like the god's original domain. So god of the sun, god of the whatever. But if you pick a trait, that's what they picked up like in the last couple of meetings. So I'll draw my card just to get. Did I shuffle these? All right. It's an ace. I got the ace of clubs, which tells me this is either the god of war, a relationship between two gods challenged to a duel, or this is the god of radio. I think I want
I
to
love the
start.
God radio.
Yeah, I think I got to start with the god of radio. And so what I do is now I'll pick any suspect card that doesn't have a filled in trait, which is all of them, and I will just write in god of radio, and that's going to be so small for the audience, so I'm going to try to bump it up and see what happens.
Wait,
Well.
that's the ace of clubs?
Yeah, did I read it wrong?
Mine
Oh,
sh-
I did read it
Mine
wrong.
shows radio on 3.
All right, so it's not radio.
Not
I did it wrong.
rules lawyer here, but
Somebody else
No,
will
you're-
get the God of radio.
You're absolutely right. It's actually either the god of evil, two gods that are bitter rivals, or the god of video games.
I love that you put
Which
video
is
games and
worse.
evil in the same prompts.
That's absolutely correct.
Says the video game designer.
I know where I'm at.
All right.
Ever since the word gamer was turned, the percentage of evil in the world has increased.
Have
That
you
is
looked
true.
at Steam's front page today?
Woof.
All right. I've chosen video games. I think. I fear I'm going to choose a lot of the right column just because it's the funny part of this. But
Okay, so I go next.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab card. That's the 2 of spades, which means I get the moon co-parents or bicycles. I love co-parents, so I'm going to on a description.
So
add
that's
that
a
somewhere,
relationship.
or-
So you'll put it in
Yeah.
the little triangle in the corner to connect two of the suspects.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna make this other suspect co-parents with the god of video games because that sounds
Cool.
exciting.
Yeah. And we can just put it
This
in.
is fun. Oh, just duplicate it both sides.
Yep.
Okay.
Damn, the god of video games got laid.
Of course. Oh, there we go. Cool.
Awesome.
All right, Devin, it's to you.
2 of clubs. The god of death, madly in love, or LARPs. Great. I gotta get the god of death in here.
yeah.
I didn't expect anything less from you.
So I'm gonna put that. I forget. Is that the description? Or
That'll be a description.
Okay. Should I just? I was considering making the god of death co-parents with the god of video games.
I don't hate it.
No, I think I wanna. I'm gonna make them adjacent though. I'm gonna put them over here.
Cool.
And like names and descriptions and stuff, we're gonna put those in when they become more realized.
Yes. So the names. It's once we're done with everything, we will name everybody that has been
All right.
given any sort of detail.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, I
You
recalled
recalled
off.
shuffle.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, we'll just skip.
It's
number
okay,
200
yeah.
Again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll recognize the duplicates. Careful with that button.
Uh,
Maybe I should hide the button.
maybe you should.
I mean,
It was the ace of clubs, the two of spades, and the two of clubs, right?
Yeah.
If those pop up again, we'll just ignore them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having the button there gives a certain chaotic energy to everything.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got the God of Fire, the World Wide Web, and potentially in a feud that predates the world with one of the others.
Oh, that's very good.
That is very good. I do like this. I think I'm probably in a feud that predates the world with the God of Death.
So
Classic.
death and who?
Oh, doesn't have to be me.
Oh,
No,
so-
well, you have to. You're not gonna be a character.
Oh, right. It's not gonna be a character because
You're
I-
assigning that to one of the corners.
Yeah, I guess
Right.
an important thing, if I didn't, that I probably should have mentioned, we're not playing any of the characters. We're sort of
No,
author
I
slash
meant
audience.
my current card,
Yeah.
but
So
yeah. Okay.
so with a relationship, yeah, you'll pick any diagonally adjacent set of
Yeah.
characters. So you could do the God of Death and either the God of Video Games or one of the three that haven't been defined yet.
Right. I do like the God of Video Games here, yeah.
Having a feud that predates the world with the God of Death, great.
Gamers never die.
Like so much violence. It's like it's trivial. Or like, what if like things that die in video games still go into the afterlife?
Oh my god, so many goddamn Marios.
Yeah, what? That's a lot to
They
do.
they had to make a separate Mario heaven and a separate Mario hell.
What makes a particular Mario go to heaven or to hell? What's the
Achieving his heterosexual future. That's the goal of the Mario games.
I suppose it is.
Is there a way to rotate this by like 90 degrees so I can just make it stretch across these two corners? And,
Yeah, there should be.
a reasonable readability.
And then while we figure that out, Moko, if you want to draw a card.
Oh, I've got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You go to Mario hell if you drop Yoshi down a pit.
That's so true.
What if you did it on accident?
Yes.
Where do I put the card, or does it matter?
It doesn't. In this phase, it doesn't super matter. It will be sort of under the to track how many relationships, traits, and descriptions we made. But playingcards.io isn't participating very well in that.
Oh, this is like the problem with like having too many good choices. So I drew an ace of hearts, which and the options are so either like it's like the old god of joy. They think the meetings happen too often, and they're now the god of grunge. I think we need to have a god of grunge.
Agree.
Especially because grunge was kind of like early to mid 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's when the meeting lasted. Oh god!
Yeah.
Like, imagine being like in the 2000 conference and being told, "Okay, you're the god of grunge now," but that was kind of relevant 10 years ago.
Well, tonight we have to crown the god of hyperpop.
That's true.
So I put that in a description, right?
Yeah, in a trait, because the new stuff is traits.
Ah, okay. Name. Okay. Let's just. I don't know. Like, put it down here.
We're also gonna have to determine which of these gods is the most brat.
I think that means it's my turn. It's the Three of Hearts. Either the old god of parties, a relationship where one loves and one hates the meeting, or the god of disco.
Have they been getting much work these days?
Disco.
Yeah, I think I do have to go god of disco just because surely they're looking for something new this time around. And I'm gonna also do that with a new person.
I love that we still can potentially learn what the god of video games actually is the god of.
I'm gonna draw a card now. I have Ace of Spades, which is the sun, parent, child, and trains. Oh,
Those are all good.
I think I need a parent-child relationship between the god of video games and someone else. Ooh,
Cool, yeah. So that'll be one of the two at the top.
I think so.
It's got a video
That
games
just feels-
very, very central character already.
Hey, you put them like in the middle of the board.
It's just,
Relationship,
it's good.
and this is parent and child.
Are you winning, son?
That's the vibe I was going for.
So which one's the parent and which one's the child?
Should I establish that yet?
Yeah, you can do that now.
Okay. Then I will say child and parent.
Okay.
So that means there's another child out there because they're co-parents with that other one.
Yep.
So we have 3 generations of God on the board now.
Video
I think
games.
we're appropriately making a messed up godly family tree already.
Ooh, can the kid be the god of grunge?
I love that. That's great.
That's my turn, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
5 of hearts. The god of gods? Oh shit.
Ooh.
Often swaps domains or heavy metal. As much as I love heavy metal, I feel like we have a good amount of music genres on the board already. Yeah, the god of gods. Well, that's got to be this one up here. That's like the grandpa, right?
I like that.
All right.
Cannot wait to make Zeus appear the god of washing machines or something.
He's so good.
Grandpa God giving like their grandchild, failed child, something to be some kind of domain. Yeah, okay. You do video game.
Illy, you ready?
Yep. Well, let's see. Let's not shuffle this time.
I made it so it asks you if you're sure if you click that button, so we should be safe in the future.
Okay, well, here's the actual god of radio and war. We didn't
Ah,
actually have that
awesome.
one, right?
We did not. Yeah, this is the first duplicate that was a fake duplicate.
Mm-hmm. So, a challenge to a duel. I think we've got to bring back the god of radio. And I think, can I make the god of death the god of radio as well? Is that right?
I think
Yep,
so.
yep.
Okay, perfect.
Just in
At
general.
the moment, I think the god of grunge probably likes them, and the god of disco hates them. One of those things is still cool. One of them isn't.
Just a general question: are we like filling out all of these?
No, we don't have to. It's we'll give names to everybody that's filled in, and then anybody that's blank, like we can make later if we want to. But there are 20 cards because it's just ace through 5 of the 4 suits, so we'll be doing 20 things, and then starting with those characters. But that means anything blank, like we can fill in with whatever we want. Is the
Right. So, 5 of diamonds. Was this one of those? No. Oh. Okay. The god of the road. They killed a god with someone else. Killed a god together. and is now the god of antibiotics, or might now be god of antibiotics. Well, the god of death is already for radio, so cannot be responsible for antibiotics. I already forgot everything. The road. The road. What if, like, whoever this god is, who's co-parents with the video game god, kill the god together with the god of grunge?
That sounds
Sure.
great.
Yeah.
I love that.
I do love that.
That's an instant suspect right there.
That was a long time
Previous.
ago. Okay, we've already moved
Listen,
past.
Like, we all murdered someone at some point.
Surely. All right, Ace of Diamonds. So Ace of Diamonds is either god of the harvest, relationship of hate the same god, or the god of academics. We have a lot of relationships, but I think that's fine and good. I like the idea that the god of death and the god of disco hate the same god.
Yeah, which one?
Disco and death.
Which god? Right.
Yeah,
That's a good question. I don't know. I think it's going to be somebody that's not here yet. I think we'll know it when we see it, probably.
Cool.
all right.
I
I'm gonna
mean-
go next.
Death is
It's-
already in a feud with video games.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, the god of death isn't the easiest to get along with. They have a lot of feuds and hates and similar.
So with 2 of diamonds, I have the hearth, love the same god, or acoustics. I think I won a god of the hearth, and I kind of think I want them to be the co-parent with the god of video games.
Yeah.
I think one of the things I like about this playset is it lets you stick these 2 things together that feel like they shouldn't necessarily fit.
But death and radio, you don't think fit?
I think there's something like about that, you know, screaming into the void and everything.
I really love the freak generator aspect of this game.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's so good.
freak generator.
I
Not
like
only
the
not only
god of the
generate
heart
freaks,
has
you
already
generate
killed
their
someone.
relationships too.
Which I think truly amplifies the freakiness.
Yeah. All right. 4 of clubs. The god of lightning. Almost always in a
Oh, there's
always. Oh, okay.
it's
this is
errant,
basic.
errant
Almost-
space there. Yeah.
Yeah. Almost always agreement, and the god of TV. Lightning and TV are both good.
Yeah.
Oh, duh. The god of the hearth is also the god of TV.
Ooh.
TV and
that's
video
good.
games.
Of course.
That makes so
Oh.
much sense now.
Oh, potent social commentary there.
Uh-huh.
And
They are
TV killed the radio star. We know that.
Whoa!
Oh my god!
wow. That's good.
You can't kill the god of death, so.
Well, that's why the god of death is now the god of radio, because that one somebody had to take over.
Yeah, I think the radio star was like my prophet or something, my acolyte.
Oh, that's so perfect.
What if the god of death has to take over like the leftover domains of whatever god was killed?
Yeah, they take over dead domains. That's perfect.
It's kind of like yeah, I'll take it over like temporary, and temporary becomes permanent.
Right. We'll sort this
Whatever.
out at the next meeting who takes these ones over, and then nobody wants to fucking deal with it. But the God of the Hearth being the God of TV, like they're constantly churning out like the YouTube videos of just like a fireplace crackling.
Oh,
yes.
those horrible AI ones.
Oh, of course there are horrible AI ones now.
It was mostly a thing that popped up this like holiday season, but it's kind of fun. I mean, I don't want to support them, but it's kind of fun to like put them on because you like the more you stare at it, you're like, that's not how architecture works. Why is that cup on the floor? Like, what is going on with that snowman in the background?
Yeah.
It's like a cursed spot the fucked up thing game.
All right. I got the Two of Hearts. Oh, the God of Love or Hip Hop. Or thinks the domains are too granular.
What?
Nah.
The god of
Would
love
be-
in video games.
Would be very funny to put yet another music genre in there and then say the domains are too granular, but I can't use both. So, I do think that would be a good thing to introduce, just because we've got some contentious points at the conference then. I think the God of Grunge and whoever's down here get to think the domains are too granular.
Cool.
You still managed to give that to a god who is the god of a niche music style.
Yeah,
They got
I
saddled
don't-
with
I-
grunge and were like, why do I have this?
Can I just
yeah, exactly. As we said, Kurt Cobain's dead. Why am I getting this at the Y2K conference?
Oh, but he's huge again.
Still think the domains are too granular.
The
Moko?
children these days love Kurt Cobain for some reason.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm. I work in schools and I see so many Nirvana shirts.
Oh, we had
Huh.
that already, right? 2 of clubs.
Yes, that's one of the
Yeah.
the
that-
shuffled.
Okay. Okay. Then let's
So we got
somewhere over there.
that was
3
a
of
description.
diamonds. The god of the forge. Someone hates the same mortal with them, or acrylics. Yeah. Okay. What if video games is also god of the forge?
That's perfect.
That feels good.
It's nice to finally know. Also,
I was waiting for
Let's-
some like some left field.
Yeah. Sorry.
Like the god of harvest is the god of silly.
I know. I'm not touching the text boxes anymore. I'm scared.
all right. I got the three
Not
of
letting you do a space. Oh, sorry.
I got the three of spades, which is either god of the earth. Two of these gods will be siblings, or the god of automobiles.
Ooh.
I think I want to put the god of the earth in here somewhere, and I'm torn between it being somebody that we haven't done anything with yet, or
God disco.
I was thinking god of grunge. I like it being like somebody that was the god of the earth is mad that everything's so granular now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Because like we used to be gods of like real stuff.
Yeah. Also, we get the god of the hearth and the god of the earth killing someone together.
Now I wish we had.
Doesn't rhyme like it should
Yeah,
from the visual aspect, but
their only difference is an H.
I wish we still had acrylics because it would have been fun to have the god of the earth be the god of acrylics. And I'm thinking these are too granular.
The god of acrylics? That's like particularly granular.
Okay.
Like the god of spoons.
We already got 3 of spades. We just did 3 of spades, which is God of the Earth.
Oh, I didn't drag it down. Yeah, that's
5 of spades, which is the sky, the newest gods, and plains. Ooh. I am looking at God of the Sky being the same person as the God of Grunge.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know if that's anything though.
It's
Wait, I thought grunge was Earth.
oh
No,
I-
no. God of Grunge is a different person.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Sky and Earth getting mad about the domains.
That feels right to me.
Yeah, it does. That does make sense. And Sky and Hearth.
Alternatively,
Killing
the
somebody.
God of Gods being also the God of Plains doesn't feel bad to me.
I'm trying to come up with a scenario where the god of death, who has a feud that predates the world, is also one of the newest gods.
It's your grandpa that's obsessed with like World War II planes and has like, different
Oh,
models
no.
and tells
Yeah.
you about them every time.
But can
Yeah.
I suggest, like, it also being funny that the god of the earth is also god of plains, and then thinks, yeah, this is too granular.
Oh, that's good. I didn't think about that. I'm locking that one in.
I mean, you're
It's
always
like-
trying to bring those planes down with your gravity.
Yeah.
The planes are.
hate them.
First off, I hate them. Second off, they're already part of the Earth. Why do we need to specify this?
Also, why are they trying to defy the Earth? I especially hate rockets.
Keep trying to escape me.
Don't get me started on rockets.
Right, so I've got the 4 of diamonds, and it is the god of the arts, or the god of aerobics, which honestly is the same thing, or these 2 gods love the same mortal. Huh.
Aerobics grandpa.
Yeah, I do like aerobics very much, I think. Can we...
Well,
no.
God of Disco
I
being the
can-
god of the arts is funny too.
That's also very, yeah.
Oh, that's so... Yeah, the one... Right,
They're
the
preserving
one
the
god
ancient
who
arts.
got... Yeah. The one god who's managed to stay on brand through all these conferences. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Mocha, it's your turn now.
Oh yeah. What do we have here? 4 of hearts. The god of mercy. They share Y2K domain envy with someone else. Or they're the god of techno. Okay, so it's funny. Like I've just read it. I've already forgotten what I said.
Techno, Y2K envy, and I don't know.
Mercy.
Mercy. Adam, these are so good.
Thank you.
Love
was-
them.
Okay. What like? I mean, I can also just put a relationship like somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
So. Yeah, why not? Why not have the god of gods shared Y2K domain envy with like someone who we have not specified?
I'm so curious what the God of Gods Y2K was.
Yeah, that's what I want to set up.
Right?
You know? Like it's like, what could it be? it has to be like something. Either it's like spectacular, and they just don't see it, or it's like very pathetic.
What if it's like Furbies or something?
The God of Gods was one of the biggest like free Britney proponents.
Oh my god.
Two of spades. God of the moon. Co-parents are bicycles. So this is the one. This is maybe the last one we already did.
Yeah.
So then ace of clubs. Oh, we did this one as well. All right. That is evil bitter rifles or video games. So now this is the true last card, which makes sense because I went last. Did I? No, I went first. Whatever.
No, you went first.
Something went wrong, maybe, or this is also a duplicate and we're done. I don't know. God of the ocean, God of the first, or these are the first gods. Which do we have that? No. Or God of boats.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, we haven't had this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, something went awry in that. We will be fine though. The first gods, or so is the god of gods the one holding the envy, like they're envious of what this other god had got in the Y2K meeting, or is it the other way?
I thought it meant they were like nostalgic, like they're envious of like the way things used to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought they both shared being envy at like the cool stuff the other ones had.
Oh, okay. They're
That was
both.
how I read it too.
They're both mad that they.
Why couldn't I have been the god of video games? God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. This
I mean,
one.
did we assign video games at the 2001 or the 1975 one?
That's a good question.
Probably the 2001, I would think.
They had to be like culturally
it's
massive first.
It's too new in 75. This one became the god of boats at some point. That's part of their problem.
I do not see the problem here. What a dumbass.
And that is, I think that's it. I think that's all. That should be all the cards somehow. Yes, we have at least 20 things on the board. And now it is time for the rest of the Meet the Suspects phase, which is just going through each of these, giving them names, doing like a brief, we could do brief little explainers on how they end up at the island, like what it looks like when they arrive as we name them. So Anna, if you wanted to start, because you're next in turn order.
Oh, I have to name one of these people now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so anybody that has any bit of text, we can name and fill out any other details that feel right to do.
Um.
And if we wanted to, do we want to talk? How do we want to name them? Would be a question that we could talk about, or we could just see how it shakes out. Because I know there were some ideas.
I think like in some way I like the idea of like each of us going at this separately, but also I've been looking. So my idea was, what if these are like internet handles or dating app names? Because like I didn't look at the playset, so I had no idea like how it shakes out. I thought, okay, what if I'm a god and like I'm the god of thunder, and like someone has already taken over the handle for God of Thunder? How would I like distinguish myself from the other one?
Here's my thought. I think gods change their names a lot over
Mhm.
time. And I think right now the god of gods just goes by Earl. I don't think that's what they were initially called, but I think now they're just Earl.
Great.
They need new names that the current mortals can understand.
Yeah, exactly. Like they can't be like just mortals can't pronounce like the sound of the etheric voice of angels. Like that's just not something that they can pronounce. But Earl, yeah, they can do that. I wonder if Earl lives here on this island.
Oh,
Oh, is
Yeah,
Earl
that's-
hosting this?
that's kind of fun.
Also, I don't know if this is your responsibility now, but you should give them a secondary god domain that is like
Oh.
stupid.
Yeah, totally.
That would have come up at the last thing that they're kind of upset about.
Okay.
So we've got an important comment in the chat. The 1950s conference assigned someone to be the god of pinball, though.
I mean that's probably a dead god domain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what happens if you were the god of Laserdisc?
Yeah, they really jumped the gun on assigning Laserdisc. They thought it was really going to survive.
Like, the god
I
of
might just
like,
use that one for
obscure
the god of
storage.
gods.
Yeah, the
Laserdisc.
god of obscure storage media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laserdisc and HD DVDs.
Don't forget
All
the
right.
mighty mini disc.
Yeah, man. Minidisc.
That's the one I'm like awfully nostalgic about and old.
Yeah. No, same.
You know, things were better back in my day.
Kevin, do you want to go now?
Yeah.
Yeah. The god of the forge. The name is Katana.
Ah.
That sucks. I love it.
I was almost gonna say like Katana 420 or something like that, but I held back.
So I opened the name generate.
Hello?
God of Thunder, which I like the idea of no, I don't think I can name the God of Death Q-tier.
Name them what?
Like cutie, but with an A instead of an A. E. No, you know what? Gonna be Grimdark,
Grimdark.
God of Death.
DJ Grimdark, maybe?
Wow.
Oh yeah. Video killed the radio star. Well, I'm gonna kill you right back.
Been in those killer tunes
Ooh.
in the dark ass club. We're gonna have to figure out why Katana and DJ Grimdark hate each other.
I always have.
I mean, like, both thinks the other one's a poser.
Yeah, that's definitely a good.
Yeah.
That's
for
that's
sure.
definitely the modern shape of it. At this
They're
point,
both edgelords.
all right. Who do we have next?
Okay. I thought I saw a name in my list that I feel needs to be somewhere. I just don't know who. Like, who it might fit. I think it's the God of the Hearth and TV. Right now they're just going by the good one.
Ooh.
The good one.
Wait a second. I need to like modernize this name. The underscore
Yeah.
good underscore one.
Make the one numeral.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Is that also their catchphrase? When somebody says something funny on the TV?
I mean, yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
This is also what they said when they killed that other god together with the grunge god.
Jimmy Fallon's up here saying something inane, and they're like, "That's a good one."
Anything else I need to do?
No, I think that's it. Now I have to name either the god of the arts and disco, the god of grunge, the god of the earth and plains, or the god of boats. The god of the earth and plains. I don't know if I'm ready for it yet. Let's see. Let's continue. Let's get another screen name. Disco's X not X dead is the
They're
name of
also
the god of the arts and
hardcore.
disco.
They're also a hardcore punk.
Well, they're the god of the arts. Cool. Anna?
Okay. I think I think I want to name the god of boats, who I also need a description for. And I think classically they were the god of parties. I'm trying to think of what a good name would be, though.
Bunch of billionaires on yachts were like praising them.
Literally, this is the exact thought I had. Like, and I think name Cap'n.
Hell yeah.
Captain and Earl just kind of like being grumpy in the corner. All right. Devin, I think you got the last one here.
Yeah, I'm looking through the like major domains to see what to assign to the god of grunge.
We've still got the god of the earth as well.
Yeah.
Oh, there are two. Okay, you don't have the last one. Illy has the last one.
The god of grunge also being the god of joy is kind of funny.
It's so good.
God of love, god of the moon.
Also makes the
I'm-
murder. Sorry.
I'm trying to think about like our sort of what's it called when you have a bunch of gods?
Pantheon.
Collective
Pantheon.
noun
Yeah,
for
our,
god.
our
yeah.
pantheon. I'm looking at our pantheon. I'm like, what are we missing in our pantheon?
I mean, the god of. I forgot what you said, but like with the god of hearth of the hearth, like killing someone, it sounded very much like like this is whoever we kill is too like makes things too uncomfortable for us.
I'm making them the god of love.
You know, like it's like the evil cottage core corner.
Oh, what's a good name for a god of love
The
and
evil
grunge?
cottagecore corner. Is that?
I mean, what if it's straight up just Eros, and that's why he's so pissed off at having to be a god of grunge as well with the granular domains? Or Venus.
Sorry, I'm quickly googling things. Oh, their name is Darling.
Oh, darling. I thought you said Dwayne. Like, that's fine too. all the names that were just named would be great. Darling.
Dwayne, aka Darling.
All right. One
right.
more.
Came out so much stupider than I thought it would. I'm not complaining.
I think that's everything working exactly as intended, personally.
Yeah, I mean, with this
Mhm.
with this thing or the concept we came up with, how could it be anything but the
I mean,
dumbest thing?
I played this game one other time with like a pretty normal setup, and we also made like a bunch of idiots.
Right. So I think the god of the earth obviously used to be called Gaia, but she's embraced the planes thing here and is using the native phonetic alphabet. So it's Golf Alpha India Alpha.
Right, golf for short. I'm sure everybody just pray to golf.
I learned something recently that apparently the native phonetic alphabet doesn't spell alpha PH. Apparently it spells it with an F, which is so wild to me.
Now,
Really?
Now why do they do
Yeah,
that?
because PH is not really, it's not as pronounceable if you don't know the pronunciation rules.
Fair.
It makes sense, but it's just like is weird to me.
Yeah. Weirdly, most of the pictures that I'm finding here do use PH.
Yeah, I think
But
Wikipedia
there is
says it
one with
differently.
an A and with an F. Now the question is, would the god care?
That's a great
PH.
question.
Maybe it's one of
PH.
each.
Oh,
Oh, that's good.
yeah. Thank you.
Okay, we are done meeting the suspects. It's time for the lead up to the murder. I think we'll take a quick break. Do we want to go over? Yeah, let's take a quick break. It's been an hour, and then we'll go over how the next phase works and get started.
Right.
All right. I think I will. Should we read? Yeah, we'll come back. I'll read the new donations as well. Then I was trying to decide to do it now, but
I'll also update sheet because there was another one.
cool. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
see you all in about 5 minutes, probably.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Fine.
Bye. And we are back. Welcome back to the Roll Plus Bond 6th anniversary stream. We are raising funds for medical aid for Palestinians, so please do donate if you can. It looks like we've crossed our current goal of £3,700. We're at 38.50 right now, so that's very exciting. Let me take a look at the spreadsheet. We can read some out that haven't been. So yeah, in the time that we've been playing, it looks like we got £30 from Monica. Thank you for that. £45 from Anonymous. £50 from Adam S. saying, I pledged £5 for every Joker used and every time in Nostos. We ended up with 6 ties and 4 Jokers used. I'm excited to go back through. I've been swamped all weekend, so I haven't been able to watch much of this stuff. So I'm excited to go and figure out what the heck that means. And then Jamie O.D. with £50 says, his palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready. Which I'm sure that's not from anything. No songs.
Some original poetry.
Yeah, yeah.
That was beautiful, actually.
Give that a Pulitzer.
Great. Yeah, so we are here playing the Locked Room Murder Mystery game. We just finished creating our pantheon of gods, one of which whom will be murdered here shortly. They're meeting, of course, for the quadricentennial god domain assignment meeting where all the humans are creating too much new stuff and somebody's got to be the god of it. And that's what they get up to. It's 2025. They haven't met since Y2K, and we've got a lot of great weirdos here that are going to murder each other or something. Who knows? One last thing that we didn't quite touch on is how these gods showed up. We've got a couple of post-it notes that the audience almost certainly cannot see, so we will...
Did we explain that this is on a secret island?
I don't think so. So yeah, maybe we could talk about this, or it might have been mentioned in the overview, but yeah. Let's talk about...
The thing that we said was do you want me to just briefly describe that?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, the way we had talked about it before is that there's these gods meet on a secret island that is inaccessible to mortals to be able to have this conference to decide who gets what domain. And then last in this like first section, I said that Earl, the god of gods and also the god of laser discs, kind of lives here permanently, just removed from humanity. Because I think that's the kind of fun place for the god of gods to be.
Also, did we explain that the detective is the mortal that gets invited to the island to arbitrate?
Yeah, we'll do that in a second because we'll draw a card to see like when they get here. But yeah, there will be a mortal here, just kind of purveying.
The one question I have with this being Earl's Island, are we all living in Earl's house?
I think my imagining of this was kind of an Olympus situation. So there was a bunch of like little houses that I feel like kind of appear and disappear based on which gods are present.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Oh, that's handy.
So I think Earl has like a big house because of course Earl does.
I have like an awful touchstone. I have no idea if anyone
Hell
like,
yeah.
can do anything with that. But like it's kind of like a Wii Sports resort situation.
Oh my god, you're so right. Yeah. That's a great pull.
That was Katana's suggestion.
Of course, yeah. They cooked up something really good on the video games. If you want to turn the island into that, that's great. So yeah, I meant so they're on this island, this Wii Sports Resort Island that spawns in houses and stuff for the various gods as they arrive. I also am sort of imagining, because this is a murder's going to happen. So when you have to like take this earthly form to land to be on the island, as opposed to like a more, abstracted god form that they might normally be in. And so like that is why they're all at threat for murder, because they're here, they're on Earth, they're ready to do whatever.
Well, that's why it's important that the island is secret, because they're
Yeah.
vulnerable at this special moment.
Right, especially these days with the weapons that the mortals have cooked up. So
You
yeah,
want to go through until everybody arrives?
yeah. Let's go through them, because I know we have Captain
Yeah, I
also
said-
defined.
Yeah, I said that Captain parked a mega yacht on the beach of the island and just sort of like lives off the boat. I think important to how I've been imagining Captain is that I think he's kind of frustrated about being the god of boats. And I think like everything that like he does, it just ends up being boat themed. So I think he ends up getting a house, and it's like a houseboat in a swimming pool on the island.
Fuck yeah.
It's like he can't escape it.
Like at this point, the other gods are just doing it to annoy him.
Yeah, kinda. Devin, you had a thing for Katana?
Yes, and I think this is going to be a collab with golf. Katana looks over at golf and says, "Where drop in?" And Katana is going to parachute onto the island, Fortnite style.
Yeah, of course.
Wait,
Quite.
oh, golf. I think golf, Alpha, India, Alpha, of course.
Because
Yes.
they're the god of planes.
Yes.
Is it?
Oh,
Are they on a bus? Like, is it a proper?
Yeah.
Bus plane. Okay.
Now the question is, does Tomato Town spawn?
No, they actually have like a Minecraft house.
Yeah.
Remember, this god has a child. This god has had sex. Or whatever, however that works for God.
However gods do this.
It could
There's
be
not a long enough
pathogenesis.
timeline.
Could just, like how certain plants just like, oh, there's another one next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think golf indulges Katana in this, but also just doesn't actually arrive on the plane herself, but sort of emerges from the earth.
Old style.
Yeah.
I mean, you like golf is kind of the Earth, sort of.
Yeah, exactly. So I was always here already.
Disco's not dead. You just like everybody hears all of it's just like a disco beat sort of gradually gaining volume And then their house, like this great big, it's like the Vegas sphere, but it's a huge disco ball.
Hell yeah.
It just sort of grows comically in the center of the island, and then like lifts up off the ground and just hovers over the island where they're just in there now.
Yeah, I think DJ Grimdark well arrives on a speedboat and or like one of those water scooters painted black with silver trimmings, like a Harley.
I think you cut out right at your last word there.
Style house that's just blasting metal all day and night.
Just a question: are people cutting out for others as well?
I was gonna ask the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Illy cut out a little bit. Nobody else has
Oh,
cut
yeah.
out so far.
Adam,
You cut out a
you as
bunch,
well.
Adam, when you were talking.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is why I got concerned that suddenly, oh god, is my internet breaking? But it's just Discord, so sorry.
Great.
Um,
Yeah, chat
I-
let us know if it's too bad.
Could you just do like a quick summary of DJ Grimdark? Because I caught some of it, which means the audience only caught some
Okay,
of it.
sorry. Right, so DJ Grimdark arrives on a like one of those what's it called, like a water jet.
Like a jet ski.
Jet ski, I guess, yeah. Like, what if a motorcycle could swim? That's kitted out like a Harley Davidson, like black and with silver trimmings and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And his house is like like a grungy metal club that's just blaring death metal day and night.
Yeah, this is a sonic nightmare to be on this island because all the different
Oh yeah,
music genres are just
Hey,
blasting.
this is your
Absolutely.
fault.
Yeah, it's true.
I feel like they're going to assign the god of party earplugs very quickly.
Whether or not like Dwayne arrives in a rundown van. Don't question how it like arrived on the island, but
It's got
Some
stuff.
point.
Who cares?
like a van, or like maybe it's I'm debating, and like please tell me what you think is best. Debating between like awful station wagon or rundown van. What's more grunge?
Well, also they're the god of love, though. So like a love bus kind of situation would be great.
yeah, but
What
that's-
if you want a mattress in the back?
Yeah, how much is this, like how much is this then, however, how much is this hippie culture then? Because
Well,
hippie
gods
culture
have gods have multiple domains.
Yeah, and this is somebody. Dwayne is mad at how, like, they want to be the god of all of these different
Probably got more
rock
than those
genres.
two.
Probably, yeah. Like, why am I just grunge? No. I'm just gonna start taking over hippie culture. What do you mean? That's dead now.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Close
too
enough.
granular. You need to embrace everyone who's like
Well,
long
this is
haired
like-
and
I mean, they probably got assigned the god of hippies at the 75
Mhm.
quadricentennial, but then they got assigned grunge at the 2000.
You already have the band. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, where are they staying? I think it's like, I have no idea if this is actual. Like, I think grunge, it has to be like a suburban home, right?
That's funny.
it's a garage.
Yeah.
Oh, and
But also, like, one of
I want to
these
change
three
this.
doors.
It's not Dwayne, aka Darling. It's just Dwayne Darling.
Dwayne
'Cause
Darling.
That's just
That's great.
It's such a good name. Good collab on that one. Good misheard collab.
Sometimes that brings the best stuff, is
Absolutely.
hearing something wrong. All right.
Do we just need the good one now?
Yeah, how does the good one get here?
I mean, do they emerge out of a fireplace? or come out of a TV like the fucking.
Yeah,
Oh god.
no, they come out
Ring.
of a TV fireplace, and it's like a bad Harry Potter joke. They're like, "Yeah, look,
No.
I'm the god of the hearth. I'm the god of TV. We love the Harry Potter reruns they're always playing."
I thought it was gonna be like a Ringu thing.
It's all of it. It's. I don't know if it lands, but
Nobody's there to see it.
all right. So it is officially time for the lead up, so I can walk through kind of how the game works. We've got our journal of suspects, and on that journal we have added this piece with a knife on it that's called the killer token. The killer represents and why don't I just get the rules out, because I write better than I talk. So, yeah, the killer represents sort of the specter of murder that hovers over this group of characters. Anytime that we talk about the killer, the rules reference the killer, it's talking about this game piece. It represents the very idea of murder as it drapes over the characters in our story and infiltrates their every moment. The killer is placed on a suspect after the first phase of the game. It's placed on like the most recently named suspect, which I thought was in here, but whatever. And once it enters play, it's always going to rest on one of the suspects. It's going to move around. Basically, every turn, the killer's going to move based on the card we draw, which I'll explain how that works when we get there, but just know it's going to basically be bouncing around like a DVD screensaver.
That's great.
And that's important because in the first phase of the game, whoever the killer is on, you have to like involve them in the scene that you set. And then when the first phase of the game ends, which is when we draw a full house from the cards, then whoever is visited by the killer at that moment is the one that is killed. So that's important to know, that like at any point, one of these characters can die because the cards say so, and then we'll play the story out from there. At the end of the second phase, so at the end of the investigation, the killer's going to be bouncing around again, and it will determine who did it. So that's just something to keep in mind. It's like we don't know who dies and who did it until like the end of those phases.
I have missed some of it because I looked at the donations. I think there are two we need to read.
Oh, there are two we need to read? That's great.
Yeah.
We have Anonymous with 230 pounds saying,
Holy shit.
thanks to Roll Plus Bond for
Whoa.
being such a fantastic community. Thank you, Anonymous. And
That's
then
a lot of money.
and then we have
Yeah.
500 from Alpha 39.
Holy shit.
Which I believe was the matching that was going on sort of
Yeah.
at the beginning. There was a 500 pound matching. And yeah, the message there is, may this donation multiply like the incredible amounts of charming ducks and cows on screen. Yeah, thanks. That's great. So that puts our
Roll Plus Bond host committee.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that puts our. I don't know if the total's updating on my screen. So let me, because I swear it's been at 3850 the whole time we've been playing, and that's obviously not true.
Damn, these donations are popping off. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna find that.
Yeah, it stays there. Maybe the others haven't. I haven't seen them in the spreadsheet. I don't know.
Or maybe this just all happened ages ago. But yeah, it's great to see all of that.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting.
It's good to do.
You interrupted for massive donations. That's fine.
Yeah, but the rules explanation.
All you need to know is this killer's going to be bouncing around, and it's going to tell us who dies and who did it at different parts of the game. And it's up to us to make fun stuff that happens, and then at the very end, we'll tie it all together. Like at the very end, when the game reveals who is the murderer, it's up to us to make it make sense and have a great time. Yeah, so we're going to be taking turns. I forget who named the last...
I think we kind of did that freestyle.
Okay. Well, somebody will take the first turn, and in doing so, you'll write a chapter. You've all played very many role playing games, so you're going to be familiar with this. You're just going to set a scene with some number of characters. To do so, you will draw a card. So back in the playingcards.io, I will recall all the cards and do it for real this time. And you'll draw a card that will move the killer, which I'll explain when we get there. But then that'll also be like the minimum number of characters you have to put in your scene. And you'll keep the scene going either through roleplay or description, depending on what feels right, until you have a clue that you can add to the board. And a clue is just anything that you're saying is going to be important to the murder in some way. You don't have to know why it is, but it could be something like something that happens. It could be a trait that gets revealed. It could be basically anything that like the detective will use later. So the last thing we do before all of that is we're going to draw one card for the cause of death that is going to happen. And so we'll add that to the board. And then we're going to draw one card for when the mortal detective arrives.
I forget. How do we decide where the killer starts?
It's whoever was named last. So Golf Alpha, India Alpha. So we got a 4 of diamonds, which according to the playset means the cause of death is an entirely mundane murder, is what a diamond is.
Oh.
We narrowly avoided psychic damage from becoming the god of a 21st century concept, thankfully, because I didn't want to think of that. Dying from becoming the god of Twitter and just being exploded. No, this is an entirely...
The god of Twitter is already going to be a god of death domain.
This is an entirely mundane murder, so we'll see how that goes. And then finally, one more card for when the detective gets involved. It's the 3 of clubs. They've been here for weeks. And then, do we want to say that they're here to like do the proceedings?
I like
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so every conference, a random mortal gets drafted to be an arbitrator in case that's needed.
Yeah.
Didn't we say that they weren't like random? They were selected because of like.
Yeah, I'm not
skill
sure
sets?
we
The idea
Did
was
we-
floated around that this was like a consultant, but I do like the idea.
Yeah.
Right. It's a McKinsey
No,
consultant.
we did say it was like a consultant, but
It could
not
also be
someone
just-
who necessarily agreed to that.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Then.
Could-
They made a list of like 200 people that like could do the job, and then they drew out of a hat.
Yeah, like it landed on someone like, like makes businesses more efficient, in quotes.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, they got plucked right out of McKinsey or wherever. And they've been here for a week, so I guess they've been like Earl took care of this, like pulled the mortal in, got
What
them comfortable.
What I'm wondering now is like, if they're here for weeks, what if it's not only arbitrator but also kind of like running the event?
Event planner, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, like
Oh, funny.
I've set up the island. I've like ordered the catering. Like I made sure that this is all correct, and like then they meet the god with like a pamphlet. Here, like all the activities. Here's your session schedule.
Karaoke's at 8 p.m.
Yeah, there's like a get together. The keynote will be held by whoever. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
also
yeah.
like immediately drifting towards like academic conference.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah, I also like the idea that this person is in charge of like drafting up like briefing materials on the various domains, because the gods can't be expected to be aware of all of these domains.
Ooh,
Also-
what if? Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
What if golf was supposed to give the keynote?
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, they have to like switch around every year,
Yeah.
every 25 years. God, I'm just thinking like 25 years is a lot of time for humans, but that'd be like nothing to gods. They're like, God, we're doing this again?
It's like the Monday meeting for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just did this.
Stop doing culture.
Oh, it gets worse every 25 years too because culture becomes
Oh,
more
great! Now we've invented
with
karaoke.
with globalization. Like this has gotten way more complicated.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So what do we have a
What
name?
do you
Let's.
mean, God of K-drama?
Do we have a?
Poor consultant being like, I don't know how to explain.
Well, then they like all of the media and stuff. They probably sit down and like watch movies and listen to the new music and
Uh-huh.
just sort of pour it all in. And because they're gods, they can put it all on at once and take it in. And
Yeah.
it's tormenting.
Yeah, and like technically the idea is that you keep up on all these things that happen in the 25 years, but nobody ever does their homework,
No.
so it's all like last minute.
The part where they're trying to analyze hyperpop is difficult though because hyperpop already is a bunch of stuff happening at once.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
like
think they quite get it.
they're picking it apart. Like, oh yeah, that was 3 different things at once, right? Cool. Do we have a name for our mortal? We should get one since they're just kind of here and will be taking part in the scenes before and after the murder.
Jason.
Just,
I don't hate it.
just Jason. Yeah.
No, some douchey last name. But,
Why do she?
because they're a business consultant. Sorry to any business consultants in the chat.
Did we decide on?
Okay.
It would be funny if they were like a professional wedding.
Ooh. Wedding planner. I mean, they could be. There's no reason that they can't be both, and that's how they were chosen. Like,
Or
was like,
they're like a hustler.
I need a wedding planner. I need a consultant, and if we can get somebody that's both of these things, then this will be great.
Yeah. Plus, they keep abreast of musical trends and various other trends. Yeah.
All right.
I have potentially a pitch for a name.
Okay.
Just realized this. I don't know if Emily is watching, but this is like a favorite character from like a game we played. I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. I played a kid named Cliff Webster.
That's a good name.
Good
Whose
name.
entire deal was it was like late 70s. It was a Ronald Reagan fan kid.
No way.
Was disillusioned by Ronald Reagan towards the end, but like he ran like a business club and was pretending to be an adult even though he was 12.
Is he like 70 now?
I don't know. Like it could be. Like what if he's now a wedding planner? I don't know. I just like thought this is a thing that Cliff Webster could show up, also because it's a boring name. I don't have any other boring names.
It could be Cliff Webster, and it's not even just weeks. It's years. Cliff Webster is frozen in time by like being on this island.
What if it's Cliff Webster Jr.?
Yeah.
Yes!
Okay.
Oh,
That's even better. Son of Cliff Webster. All right, let's do it.
Cliff too.
Cliff Webster Jr. is our sleuth, and now I think it's time to start the lead up.
Let's kill the Earth. Kill the Earth.
Hey,
What could go wrong?
I think
I mean,
humanity's been doing quite a good job.
Yeah.
Who should go first? I don't know who.
Do you want to go first just to show us how it goes?
Yeah, I think that'll work.
I like that idea.
All right, so you draw a card. Which
Okay.
I have drawn the. Oh, and now none of my stuff is. The what's it called? Playingcards.io is not updating for the audience. So 1 second.
I think there should be a way to refresh inside OBS.
Oh, that was the wrong one. Who would name their layers? Not me. Yeah, there is a refresh button. I just can't find the layer like a fool. I'll get to it whenever I don't have to actively do something. But I let the audience trust that I drew an ace of spades. And so that means the killer is going to move one space because it's the ace. And then in the corner of the journal are the 4 suits. So it's going to move towards the spades. So it's going to move to Dwayne Darling, the god of love, the god of grunge, who thinks domains are too granular. Because it's an ace, I have to include at least one character. That should be easy enough to do. I think I want to get Dwayne and let's get Dwayne, Golf, and the good one together. Sort of meeting in the van, catching up, and seeing what's going on. And I think so. Yeah, you can either do role playing or you could just describe a scene. But I think it would be fun to just do a quick role play scene where if anybody wants to hop in as one of these characters, please do.
I'll be Dwayne.
Okay.
I love how like there's not a consistent naming convention with these fuckers.
No,
at all.
not even
Yeah.
a little bit. It's really good. I'll be the good one, and so if somebody wants to play Golf,
I can be Golf.
All right.
so I think maybe the good one and Dwayne are chatting it up in the van, and then Golf, you'll hop in at some point, whenever you want. So Dwayne, we're
How's
back.
it going?
We're back
good
already. Yeah.
Yeah, the weather is beautiful. The people are beautiful. I am beautiful.
As always, you're beautiful. Yes. Are you excited about any new domains? I've got a couple I got my eye on.
Oh, yeah, pray tell.
Well, it follows, it shouldn't even be up for debate that I get streaming.
Yes. You know what? I was gonna kind of just take things as they come.
Yeah, nothing specific you're looking for? Grunge has gone so well for you. I'm sure there's some new genres.
Oh, the kids love Nirvana these days. I'm more powerful than ever. So I'll take some of the secondary domains. Give somebody else a chance.
Oh, is that a knock at the van door?
All right. What's this secret meeting here?
Just catching up.
I like to imagine we're like smoking weed or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Got some of that to go around?
Hey, it's part of your domain, isn't it, Kaya? Or, that's not what you're called anymore.
Pass it over here.
Thank the god of the earth for the splendor of the ganja.
You're welcome. You're welcome, as always.
And
I'm still a bit bitter that I didn't get the party drugs domain last time, but
Happens. I forget.
well, maybe there will be time to get something like that this year. I feel like we're due for something more exciting. Last time, the Y2K one, it got so close to being exciting, and this one is going to be good TV. Good. It's like some of these reality
much
shows
stuff.
that the humans have been putting out.
yeah, I feel like we need to consolidate a bit to just, after the planes already, I feel drones can just fall under that umbrella. It doesn't need to be a separate domain. But I see here in the program that it's supposed to be. It's just.
Well, that's where the fun is. The more we can split these up, the more everybody's going to get mad at each other, and the more likely there is for something to be stirred up.
Oh, good one. But
When was the last death that we had? It's
shouldn't we all get along? Shouldn't we all love each other?
no.
Yeah, no, I'm with the good one on this one.
I'm just playing this bit up as the alibi for me and the good one having done a murder.
Yeah. And I think that could be our clue. Like the good one, like Basically, baying for blood can be the clue that we get from this scene, and then we can move along.
I like that.
Just looking for something exciting to happen. So that is my turn.
God.
Anna, it is your turn. So yeah, you'll draw a
So-
card.
Okay, I draw a card. It's the 3 of hearts.
Cool.
So that means I move the killer 3 spaces along the diagonal.
Yeah, towards hearts. So it'll go.
Oh, so it goes. Nope, wrong one.
Oop.
Here and then.
And then yeah, it'll just
here
bounce.
and then here.
Yep.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, so this is the god of the hearth, the good one. And then I choose a scene with how many people?
At least 3 because you drew the 3,
Okay.
but it could be any number.
Yeah, I'd love to get. Maybe we can do a little bit of overlap. We can have Cap'n, the good one, and Katana. And maybe I'll play the Cap'n. Maybe this is maybe this is when like the boat finally docks. Maybe they were a little bit late and there's a little bit of a greeting party.
Mm-hmm.
A semi-ironic party greeting.
Yeah. Does
Is anyone itching to play like, these specific gods?
Does anybody want to take over for the good one?
I'm down for it, but I was just in the scene, so whatever.
I'm debating. I don't know if I have if I have a gamer in me.
I always got a
You
gamer.
don't
I'm,
have a
I'm happy to
gamer.
play Katana.
Taking one for the team, Devin.
Like
I love being edgelord so much. I made a whole game about it.
I could take over the good one.
Cool,
It's
yeah.
all my fault. Like the name keeps like I hate myself for having picked that name.
Yeah, for me, it made them into a real motherfucker, which is good. But I'm curious to see yours.
See the boat over the horizon first, and you see it from further away than you probably should, because it's flashing brightly colored lights constantly. And as it gets closer, you start to hear like just a milieu of different genres of dance music, like wafting out from the boat. And as it gets closer, it gets louder. You can hear like the thumping of bass, I think. And eventually it docks and flash like brilliant colors and play music that just sort of like wafts over the shore, as on like a little sort of like I'm imagining this as a literal rowboat, a captain just sort of like wearing like wearily, and then is greeted on shore by maybe the good one and Katana.
I have a question
Yeah.
for Katana. We are
Yes.
co-parents.
Yes.
Is Captain our child?
Oh, that's pretty funny.
That's really good.
Yeah, let's do it. Katana has two slung on their back, a sword at each of their hips, a knife at their belts, and also a couple knives on the inside of their trench coat.
Mhm.
Not just knives, but like sai and shuriken, all kinds of things that you would forge.
Sure. If you're an anime edgelord.
Yeah, and Katana's like, huh, I should have told them about RGB LED underlighting.
Good one to contrast this has a straw hat. Like I think like a plaid shirt maybe, or maybe a sundress, very like pastel colored, with like a picnic basket with like some a cake. Maybe there's a bottle of wine in there because Captain is of drinking age at this
Oh,
point.
yeah.
Mhm.
basically complete different vibes. However, I have murdered someone. You didn't.
Anna, you said Captain was like rowing, right?
Yeah.
I imagine Captain is like fucking jacked.
Yeah, I think Captain is a he him god. I'm gonna go with that, and I think Captain is like, yeah, kind of strong. I think inherited that when he became the god of boats. Maybe wasn't as jacked when he was just the god of parties.
But despite being like our child, looks like an old man.
Yeah, I think so. Has like a gruff beard and a mustache that is not. Um, I
Uh-oh.
You cut out.
oh shit.
Yeah, just go back to right after you said gruff beard. You started a new sentence
Yeah.
and it disappeared.
I think he has a pipe as well, a classic sailor's pipe, and it's filled with not tobacco or something other than tobacco because he's the god of parties.
Also, I missed like pronouns for the god of for the good one, just to be sure that like nothing else.
I don't think we've established anything.
Okay. So let's keep it. I kind of like it being fluid because it's very easy to just do hearth woman.
Mhm.
Katana is also any because they might have been a he him, but they're always making girl characters in video games, and everybody's kind of side eyeing them.
Oh yeah, happens. Like so passionate about like I'm so proud of him having taken over his domain so like with so much effort, like doing the whole thing with the name and the sailor thing, and wow.
And I think maybe the boat like hits the shore at this point. Even in parents.
I think the last thing I say in response to that before you join the conversation is like, well, they're the child of a gamer. They always give 150%.
No.
Yeah, well, I forget all the TV that he had to watch.
You're looking well, son.
And then like I think it takes off his hat and like sort of looks at it and tosses it in the ocean, and then next time the camera cuts back to him, he's wearing the hat again. I've been trying to get this damn hat off my head for months.
It suits
But
you.
well, I'm glad
Very
you think so.
Nautical. I see you trying to become the god of techno.
That's just
Very
what's
ambitious.
in these days. What people play up is what comes out of those speakers, and that's why there's a lot of different music happening right now. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but you do know that they're like, this is a statement of intent. You have to be aware of that.
Hey, I'm kind of interested in techno too. Maybe I'll arm wrestle you for it.
Oh.
If you want techno, you can take it.
Is that?
Or
I
people
don't
can
play on
dance.
easy mode.
I was gonna say that. Is that? Do we have a clue here yet? Because there are a few, I think, angles you could take it with, but that
There's
felt
a bunch
like
of
a
angles.
pretty good.
I have to
and-
be quick. I forgot about this. But
Yeah.
like what if there's a conflict about domains?
Yeah, like immediate. They're already jockeying, or
Yeah.
It's the captain didn't care though.
Yeah, I could see Katana and the good one fighting over stream.
The actual thing that I wanted to
Google
like
Stadia.
get out of the scene is I kind of wanted to have Captain like while Katana isn't looking, slip the good one a package, like something that is like
Ooh.
wrapped in paper. And they make eye contact, and then they continue this like really bland conversation arguing about who's gonna get techno as they walk back towards the island.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Like I'm not talking about like streaming because that's like something, that's just happening. Yeah, I think the good one like packages in the picnic basket, like slips
Yeah,
it
exactly.
underneath or something.
Yeah.
All right, Devin, if you want to draw a card.
Cool. 2 of diamonds. diamonds is what direction?
Top right.
So that's towards Katana.
Yeah. And so then, because you're going to land on this blank one, you get the choice to either just like keep moving to Disco's Not Dead or make it a whole new character at the moment.
Let's get Disco's Not Dead in here.
Yeah.
We have more than enough characters right now. All right, and then I have to have at least 2 characters.
Mhm.
Let's get both Disco's Not Dead and DJ Grimdark in here because we haven't heard from either of them yet.
Oh, and who do they hate? I guess we could find that out.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been very curious about that.
Okay. Let's look. It would be funny if they hated Earl.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Mhm.
Like they show up at Earl's house. They're just like, oh, fucking this guy.
That sounds like a scene.
Yeah.
Do I have to be in the scene?
No, you
As
don't
the-
have to. You could cast it out, or you could describe it, or you can hop in. It's
Okay. Let's see.
or you could
What do they
like
think they
direct
hate?
it. You know.
Do we want to figure out like why they hate Earl in play, or is there? Do you think does anybody have a thought?
I mean, it's easy to hate the God of Gods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is anybody
I-
interested
I-
in playing either of these characters?
I have an idea for the for DJ Grimdark.
Okay. Yeah. That's good because that saves me from hopping in and like growling the whole time, which I didn't want to do, but I would have if I had to.
You'll quickly notice that I also don't want to do that.
I think it would be interesting if they hate Earl for similar or for different reasons, but they just bonded over both hating Earl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Am I arriving at Disco is Not Dead's place? Or like,
big
are we
orb.
hanging out at like Earl's like pool?
I like hanging out at Earl's pool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Who's
Like, did-
Disco's Not Dead? Is anybody playing? Anybody hopping in? Or I think I could find a Disco's Not Dead.
You should.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's go to Earl's pool.
yeah. Also, I think DJ Grimdark, despite arriving on a jet ski that looks like a Harley Davidson and very goth, looks more like an overly tired like radio show host here. It's like I assume it's sunny and hot. Like wears like a button-down shirt, tie, suspenders. I think kind of like Larry King. Come to think of it, like like still dead, like mostly like in the monotone sense, and obviously the reason why like when I assume it's him, who knows, when they do like their DJ set, it's like with effects, and that's where the growling comes from. Also, you know, radio show hosts never look like they sound.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They've got a radio face, as they say.
It's just a skull.
I think Disco's Not Dead looks like you know that disco guy from the WarioWare games. I'll just put a little image of him real quick.
Wow.
Just,
All the character designs in the WarioWare games are amazing.
yeah, they're really good. That's Jimmy T. Is apparently the
Oh
name.
wow.
That guy's fucking cool, honestly.
Yeah, I think maybe Katana helped with this like new update to the earthly form. Like,
Oh, hell yeah.
All right.
Also, this is kind of unrelated to the current scene, but I said that Katana had a Minecraft house. They have 2 houses because they also have a gamer den in their dad's basement.
Mhm.
'Cause I remember that they're the child of Earl.
All right, so we're at this pool. Is there like a lot of gods here, or is it?
Shapes are wrong.
Can y'all hear these
That's a
sirens?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. So, what are we getting up to? We going for a swim, or do we want to hop in the house? Cause a little disruption.
What do you have in mind? Like,
Well,
replace his cups again? Put a laser disc player on his shelf? I do have those.
sure. What? Yeah. That's.
You know,
It's so funny that got assigned at the Y2K.
what happens here is they sometimes people get like these domains assigned as a joke.
Mhm.
Like the really bad ones get like, here. It's kind of like a mark of like, wow, you did a poor job. I don't know, like, what do you think we can give Earl this time around?
It's got to be. We only get this opportunity every once in a while. We gotta.
Yeah. I'm thinking about you know, like the fridges where like that are connected to the internet.
Yeah, like what if we like took a big piss in the fridge? Is that what you mean?
I thought, like, what if he becomes like, you know, the god of the Internet of Things? But I guess you can also piss in his fridge when if you want to. Like, I already, like, I would have to drink a lot of water. And I really don't feel like it.
Oh, that's good. We could drink the pool. We could drink the whole pool right now, and then.
I guess, yeah. Wow, and then he has a dry pool as well.
It's double duty. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'll get it raw. I guess the plan is to, like, basically, maybe what we set up here is that we hate Earl, and we keep giving Earl, like, bad domains.
Yeah, I really like DJ Grimdark is very good at that because DJ Grimdark always ends up with the dead domains, and so like knows how much of a hassle it is. I don't think Disco's Not Dead gets that angle at all, but like goes along with it and tries to do petty pranks. I think that might be the dynamic.
I like the fact that DJ Grimdark like has been saddled with awful domains like forever, and Earl got their first like bad domain and made a huge stink about it. So DJ Grimdark's like, "Fuck you, man."
Yeah, that's really good.
So
Trying to like go for like something like the Juicero, but like DJ Grimdark doesn't know that. He doesn't follow like Kickstarter, and it wasn't like the venture capital scene from like 2012.
Yeah, the weird random tech items.
Yeah, it's like.
So is the clue just like these two gods are trying to get one over on DJ or on Earl?
Yeah, they're constantly looking for a way to ruin Earl.
Awesome.
And also, I think there's like a thing going on of like, oh, these things are not like there's arbitration, but it's also like kind of rigged in some places where, like, you know, if you know the right kind of gods and are on the right circuits, you can kind of like negotiate which domains you end up with. And if you're not, well, I mean, we can kind of see, right? Some here have like the good domains, some are the god of grunge. Not that grunge is bad, but you know.
What does that do
grunge is
for
powerful
you?
right now.
Okay,
I said.
okay, Dwayne.
There's a whole new grunge movement happening.
I like that. It's just that the weaponized domain assignment feels like a decent way to put that. All right. So now, Illy, if you want to draw a card.
Hang on, I was muted. I've got a 4 of clubs.
All right.
So I wait. Which way is club wise?
So yeah, it would try to bounce right, and then it just kind of bounces into DJ Grimdark and continues on.
Right. So 1, 2, 3. Captain, right? Would be captain this time, I think.
Yeah, that works. That'll do it. If only because I like to see Captain.
3, 4. Yeah, I don't think there's any other way to go this, is there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could have bounced
I'm not
into
sure
the
if I...
blanks, but it's not
Oh,
too
can
important.
I? Okay.
Yeah, and ended up on the good one.
That can... we've had the good one. As a point of view character. Oh, we have had the captain as a point of view character as well. Well, right. So the captain. Uh, 4 characters in this scene. I think it would be fun to have like a music god meetup with the god of parties, the god of disco, the god of radio, and the god of grunge.
Mhm.
I like that.
I like that.
Maybe
Is this the
for some...
karaoke thing that I hinted at earlier?
Oh, it's
Yes!
karaoke! Yeah, it's the karaoke. Yeah, this is like first night warm up. There's been some kind of reception with hors d'oeuvres and a welcome speech by Earl or something, and then it's karaoke time. Okay, who wants to be in this scene?
I'm happy to be Dwayne, darling.
And what are you singing?
They want to do a deeper grunge cut. So they
Uh-huh.
sing "Possum Kingdom" by the Toadies.
Wow.
Everybody should go listen to that song. It's a great song.
I will afterwards.
Which one is it? Because I feel like I know it, but it's one of the ones with a weird name that doesn't tell you what the damn song is.
I can be your friend, my sweet angel. So help me, Jesus. That one.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Be my angel.
Fucking go.
I
I can reprise Captain real quick.
Yeah.
Either that, or if I could probably do a DJ Grimdark if somebody else wants to take Captain.
I was about to say I could be the DJ Grimdark again.
All right, then somebody else just needs to be
Uh-huh.
Disco Not Dead.
Yeah, I can be disco,
Cool.
Awesome.
unless someone else wanted to.
You got it.
All right.
DJ Grimdark would sing like something like goth or something, but I think what they're singing is some kind of like genre of music that no one who has been alive for the last 30, like let's say 15,000 years has ever heard.
That's awesome.
Like a language that is long dead, about a subject. I think it is a funeral song or something.
I was gonna say
Aw.
you should be singing Bela Lugosi's "Dead" by Bauhaus because it's like 10 minutes long and is like barely a song.
Yeah, it's something again. It's something like that, but like also again with instruments that nobody knows what they are. Like in scales. What? No. Huh?
I love
Are you
that.
just doing some like weird Gregorian chanting or something?
No, like it's more like people like music that people I don't know, like in like Central Europe in the Stone Age sound.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
Like bone
sitting around a
flutes
fire.
and-
Yeah,
and
Bone
things.
flute.
And again, in a language that nobody knows anymore. Everything is dead.
I think Captain is dancing to that. Somehow. Somehow he's
cool.
making it work.
It's cool.
Dwayne Darling is also dancing to it because like keeping up their whole God of Love thing is really important to their alibi.
Yeah, Disco's Not Dead is also dancing, but doing like full-on John Travolta disco moves.
And it obviously fits. What is like? What's Disco Not Dead sing?
Uh, Funky Town.
Oh,
Everybody just like sighs, like, of course.
you've done this every year.
Jesus Christ.
So now, give it another 20 years and I can sing that song.
Oh yeah, and just got a full-on rehearsed performance. You know, like just exactly. Been doing this at every karaoke. Goes to human karaoke bars as well and does this like amazingly choreographed performance.
Oh shit! Are you
Uh,
is Disco's Not Dead like single-handedly keeping the disco scene alive by like pretending to be a human and like
Yeah.
having disco events?
For sure, absolutely,
I
absolutely.
almost like this as a clue in some weird way.
Yeah.
Because DJ God of Death gets the domains that are dead, and here's someone who keeps a dead domain alive.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I really like
Yeah.
this.
that's good.
It's
I think
even in
that's
the name. Yeah.
Right? That's like calling themselves that is doing some sort of like weird magic that
Yeah.
makes it true because like that's the name. Yeah, that's
And
I can imagine that DJ Grimdark both likes and hates this. They hate this
Mhm.
because they're sort of like fucking with their whole thing, but likes it because they don't want to have to be the god of disco.
Yeah.
At some
Um,
point, it's a matter of principle, though. But I don't know. Like we'll have to see. But this makes the whole I'm like kind of like let's do and play pranks on Earl also a bit more sinister, right?
mhm.
Because it's like, don't you want to piss off the god of gods, huh?
I mean, all of these people are sinister. We've already established that.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I keep forgetting about that.
So does this go in the square or the circle above disco, or does it matter?
it doesn't it'll sort of matter later, so just throw it wherever. But that's a great place for it. And I will alert everybody because we have 2 3s and 2 4s. Like we are officially on murder watch, depending on what gets
Oh.
drawn next.
Uh-oh.
It could happen at any time. Because we're looking for a full house, just in case I didn't explain that.
Like it's my turn. Is it my turn?
Yeah, I think that was Illy's
Oh,
scene. Yeah, so it would be you.
Okay. Let's see. A 2 of spades.
Okay, so we're safe for the moment.
I'm gonna put this. I don't know. Where's the like? Oh, the murder token is there. So this bounces to Earl 1.
And then down to
And-
Katana. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And it's 2.
Yeah.
We haven't had a scene with Earl yet. Right.
Maybe father and child meeting.
Yeah. Like, is it like the "Are you winning" song? Like, am I like? I just assume I'm playing Earl this scene. Who knows?
Which again, you could also just like give if you have a clear idea of what the scene is, like you can just describe
Reading
it.
their
And you
child.
don't have to play it out.
And then instantly went to go play games in the basement again after they did their like parental obligation.
Like, what do you think? Like, am I doing a stream with you? Like, are you like?
Oh, I love that.
What's an awful game?
Oop.
God of laser discs. Are we playing a CDI game? It's almost laser disc. What if I brought a game? What if I brought this stuff down? And so, like, this is like people will love this. This is like old
Oh, yeah.
forgotten technology.
You interrupt me playing like Counter-Strike.
Yeah. Come on, let's play that awful Zelda game for the Philips CDI. It's great. I genuinely think it's good.
Yeah. And what's the reaction here?
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. Um, they don't want to play this crap, but like as the god of video games, they need to be open to and like aware of all video games. So they're like, oh, fine. Just let me finish this round. I'm on a kill streak.
Yeah. I can't. How do I want the acknowledgement to be like kind of like twisted in such a way that like yeah sure. But kind of like you know why you got this domain.
Yeah, they gesture. Oh, sit down everywhere. Sit down anywhere. There's a bunch of like chairs and couches and stuff, but they're all covered in like knives and swords and axes and shit.
Like, this is like a live stream and like there's a webcam and I sit in the background on the couch.
It's like creepy in the background.
Yeah, what if I just start telling stories about like yeah like what people don't like remember when you like were like much younger and like only the god of the forge and god and swords weren't even around. Yeah, like so crying about his copper axes all the
In God
time.
time, I've only been the god of video games for a week.
Yeah, but like you were the god of the forge much earlier, and you keep
For, like-
forgetting that.
For millennia, probably.
Yeah, yeah. And then for a while, like, do you?
Is it me that keeps cutting out?
Horseshoes and kitchen knives.
Well,
And then we thought, oh well.
could you
You cut out for a bit.
Yeah.
Could you say that?
Oh, okay.
just go back?
Basically just saying that like for a while, like when forging was a bit less, it wasn't like oh swords or whatever. It just like the god for horseshoes, and kitchen knives, like general household goods. And then we thought, oh well, give him video games. It's a new thing. And like you're taking
Yeah.
well to it.
And then,
very much
like,
agree.
Ren fairs and the whole reenactment scene really boosted your original domain again.
Yeah. What I'm aiming for. Sorry.
Oh, good. I was gonna say, what do you want to get out of the scene?
Like kind of what I'm aiming for is like establishing a little bit that Earl feels you owe him one
Oh,
because you
Yeah.
were
because
fairly
my domains are fucking awesome.
yeah, but you were fairly irrelevant for a bit, and well, like who gave you this stuff and in whose house you're gaming.
While you're under my roof.
In whose house you're gaming is such a great set of words.
Whatever,
Katana
Dad.
being a total fail, son.
Whatever, Dad. And, maybe we'll give you a cool domain this year, and you could leave me alone.
Well, I have plenty of cool ones.
If you want me, I could go back to my Minecraft house.
The
I got a whole
minidisc
gaming rig over there
has
too.
a much better storage capacity than early MP3 players ever had.
Dad, we're on cloud gaming now. We don't need to store any of the data.
Yeah, and you have no control over it. It's bad. Like slams his fist on the table.
You knock a couple shuriken onto the floor.
This is still live on stream.
Yeah, of course. It's the death of physical media.
We're forging a new path forward with technology.
I think like we don't have to play it off because I lost my train of thought.
No, I think we got a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Which
which
ends in a fight.
yeah.
Oh yeah, clue. Like, we can put it here. I think it's Earl thinks that Katana owes. I don't want to like. I keep running into like gender binary stuff.
It really doesn't matter with gods.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's just like I'm weird about it. It's the German in me.
All right. I will draw a card for my turn. Wow, we're still going. Okay, it's a 5. I got a 5 of spades. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think the scene that I want to do here, which I was curious if we were going to get to before the murder happened, and I guess the answer is yes, is the start of like the conference, the keynote, which is funny because earlier, Devin, I think you mentioned Golf was doing the keynote.
Oh, I had only mentioned that because I kind of thought that the game started with a murder, and I forgot that it's not true.
Oh, okay.
I just thought it'd be funny if like whoever was gonna give the keynote is the one that was murdered, but we don't have to do that.
We could do a cold shot because there's a decent chance that Golf gets murdered at the end of the scene, given the state of the cards.
So it's if we draw another 3 or 4, is it?
Yeah.
Or a 2, yeah, because we have 2 2s, 2
Or
3s,
2.
and 2 4s.
Oof. Okay.
So the odds are not in anybody's favor. I thought we were going to get Katana down just then, but yeah. So I think we have Golf welcoming everybody in. This is sort of their traditional job with this, and stands up and starts giving this speech of like, hey, and if anybody can, I think all the characters here, so you can hop in and like interject. But I'm just going to start giving a speech until I find a clue. So feel free to interject as anybody to guide it there. Welcome, my brothers, my sisters, my children, my parents, whoever you are to me, you are gods. We are gods. We are everything that this world has to offer, and we must divvy it up, of course, as we do every 25 years. This year is different. I think this year it's time for a big change to the way that we do things. And I was so honored to be asked. Thank you, Earl, for asking me to do the keynote, because that lets me get ahead of this nice and early. The way we've been doing the domains has caused nothing but strife among us. Gone are the days of being the god of the earth. You know, I still am the god of the earth, of course, but I'm also the god of plains. I'm also the god of Erlenmeyer flasks. Like, it's a little ridiculous. I think this is the year where we tone it all back a bit. And perhaps put all the domains in a pile, except for the old ones. And just redo the whole thing. The very idea of a god of video games is absurd, because video games are a flash in the pan. These are all things that humans create. Why are we the gods of human creations and not a god of our own creations, you know?
Collective gasp.
DJ Grimdark stage whispering to Katana, saying, "They all do, you're ridiculous."
I forgot they hate each other. Oh, what's a good dead concept? Fuck you, god of letter writing.
Oh. At least I know how to write.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. There's just no reason to be this way. Katana, don't you want to be the god of steel, the god of creation, of the god of energy? You could even be the god of joy. You know, well, I suppose, you know, rest in peace to the former god of joy. I suppose, Grimdark, that's you now. But
Is that who they who the good one and Wayne Darling killed?
Yeah, definitely.
Love that. I am the god of steel. Fuck you.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember
Katana's
that.
pissed off because Katana got called out specifically.
Just hear like a scoffing from like the back where Earl sits about like all this squabbling.
My domain.
Devin, are you there? Okay, it's definitely me cutting out, and that's a shame. But
I
Last thing I heard was
Devin
my
after-
domain.
yeah, I also, okay,
Yeah.
it's everybody cutting out. I also only heard
Yeah.
my domain from Devin.
Oh, I said my domains are fucking sick.
Your domains are nothing because they're largely human creations. What was the last thing you created, Katana?
Nope.
Like everyone's cutting out.
Oh,
Like,
no.
Adam, you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what Al says, like what you all are forgetting is that like humans. What's the god of steel? What is steel but a human concept?
Exactly.
You,
Exactly,
yeah.
Earl.
No, you forget. Like none of this would exist, but for, but for humans, we wouldn't exist.
I'm the god of the earth. I would absolutely exist without humans.
Yeah,
I'm the
but
god of death. What are you talking about?
whose concept? Like, do you think The Rock has an idea what death is?
Yeah, but animals do.
You think squirrels have gods?
And they have like the same idea. Like, look at you.
Elephants hold burials.
Do you look like a squirrel god of death?
I could see it.
Also,
I could.
also, I forgot. Have we ever specified how Earl looks?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Okay, because and that's tell me if this is too silly, but what if he looks like the I think the character Earl from the dinosaurs, like the puppet show?
Oh my god. What? Yeah. Let me double check which
90s
one
puppet.
Earl is, but
Like the dad
yeah, that's what I
in the
figured.
flannel shirt.
Yeah.
I hate his teeth. Oh, this is the I'm the
Underrated
baby,
show.
gotta love me show.
Yeah.
I hate the way they
Underrated show.
look.
Just for the audience, there's there's Earl. I think that's great.
He's fucking stands up
Holy.
in that pic.
This is like it's just like a very relatable character at some point. For them.
But I think we have enough there that like golf is bringing this like core disagreement to the forefront, and it's causing zero agreements to occur.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hannah, if you want to pull
Yeah,
the
sure.
card.
That's 5.
Are
Wow.
we-
Wow.
This is very funny. So I
We're
moved
really
5
skirting,
spaces. Yeah, high rolling here towards hearts. Which means I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's katana, and I need 5 characters.
Yeah.
I think this is a this is a I think it's a scene of trying to dip a new domain and assign it to somebody. And I think this is going to be a specifically contentious one because I think is it just trying to like assign streaming to a person right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
think
good.
it is.
Or the
Um,
World Wide Web in general.
I like that.
No, we've got the World Wide Web already. That was on the cards. That was
But it wasn't
assigned-
assigned anything.
Oh,
I
yeah. Okay.
I do like streaming just because like TV, video games, radio.
Yeah, it's come up a few times.
Like
Also,
they-
Oh
people
yeah,
have been
and the
talking
World
about
Wide Web would have been assigned at the Y2K one.
Also,
yeah.
like, I think one point of debate maybe between like the God of Death on radio and whatever is like, does streaming include podcasting?
it. Yeah.
Or like
Mhm.
internet radio.
Yeah, and
So this is.
where
I
does
think-
an actual play podcast go?
Oh God, great question. This is probably, I think, DJ Grimdark. I think this is Disco's Not Dead because it's technically an art. I think Katana is here because so much of video games is streaming. I think this is definitely the good one. And I think Earl is presiding.
Yeah.
I think I can play the good one here unless somebody else wants to play the good one.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
And who wants to play who else? Because I think this is going to be all of us. So
I mean, Katana's the character I've played the most of these ones. So
Yeah.
I can continue to play Katana.
great,
Yeah, and Mokka's been Grimdark.
awesome.
You want to continue that?
Yeah, like someone else can be Earl
Yeah.
also.
Oh yeah, you're Earl as well.
Yeah, I don't need to be Earl.
Yeah, I could do Disco.
Okay. So then I'm Earl.
Awesome. Well, obviously, I should be the one who gets streaming. It's TV, people gather around to share an experience. This is exactly up my alley.
I'll give that to you, babe.
The,
Thank
ve-
you, Katana.
the very fact that streaming is could be all of yours is why streaming is mine.
Excuse me.
No.
What?
Streaming is mine. It's
Can't
that
stream
simple.
on a laser disc.
No.
I'm the god of gods. I didn't get shit
but-
last time. It's mine.
Yeah, but you're not streaming gods, are you?
No, but it's so I am the god of you. I am the god of you. I am the god of you. I'm the god of everybody on this godforsaken island.
Oh, so why don't you take all the domains then? What are we even doing here?
I can't help but agree.
That's too much work. But anytime there's crossover, it should go to me. Is the point?
So, the way I see it. So, first of all, being responsible for radio, which in the widest sense is broadcasting. In a lot of points, I graciously gave away television, and graciously gave away, at least in parts, video games, the online parts of it all, and various other things. I think that in order to keep with the spirit of the initial assignment, I should get streaming, because it's like the larger thing. And however, in order to appease everyone here, we can also specify things. For example, I'll gladly would give our good host the domain of what's a good offshoot of streaming that's bad.
Streaming talk shows.
Like on-demand TV.
That's good.
Oh, man,
That's good.
come on.
On-demand television. Katana, I would
No.
gladly give you esports.
Wait, why do you have that?
Because it's streaming.
Are you supposed to have Latin and shit like that?
What? Oh, you think streaming's gonna stay around? Oh, well.
So help me, Earl. If I don't get streaming, I am going to blow this entire conference up.
Whoa, cool, babe.
Arms crossed, huff.
If you
I wonder if that might be the clue. That the good one knows something about streaming, and it will do a lot to get the domain,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
just to keep it moving along. Because I wonder if we can just zoom out and say that we weren't able to come to a decision.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Haha.
All
The
right,
fact
I
that these
think-
fuckers got anything done in any of the previous meetings is astounding.
That's why they have a human, because there's a human going around no, this is how it's gonna go.
Yeah, I think this is good, but really just extremely does not want Earl to get anything good.
Mhm.
There's also a magic pact that if any of us kill the human, we also die.
Yeah.
Devin, do you want to go?
Katana's probably dead here. Surely. Unless you draw an ace. Oh my god. I can't.
Oh my!
Wow.
The cards aren't reshuffled afterwards, right?
Yeah.
So it could
That's
then
amazing.
go very quickly, right? Because the next straight would then.
I love a called shot in a random generation. Oh my god. So, clubs.
And this is who will die. So we do know.
DJ Grimdark.
We do know because the next card will make a full house no matter what. So take that into account.
Love to kill the god of death.
That's so good.
Oh, incredible.
Oh, and somebody's gonna have to get saddled with all their bullshit.
It's gonna explode the whole conference, definitely.
This is the worst thing that could happen. I mean, it'll probably turn everybody around on Gaia's idea.
Yeah, truly. I mean, maybe that's a motive right there.
Yeah.
We still have to do a scene.
Oh yeah, duh. What does Ace mean again for?
Just one person
Yeah.
is enough.
One will satisfy the requirement. So what is
So you
Grimdark
can
up
quickly
to?
drop an interesting clue by narrating it before Grimdark dies.
Yeah, I think DJ Grimdark is like, what? How might a god keep track of all of their domains, especially a god that has like
A Rolodex.
thousands of them?
Yeah, I was like about to say like a Rolodex or like a notebook that just keeps like.
Oh, they have like a grimoire, like a big tome.
Let's go.
Oh,
I think DJ
Dark
Grimdark
War?
is just like sitting at the beach, just like staring into the horizon, kind of like grimly as they flip through their tome of all of their fucking stupid dead domains that nobody cares about.
Just reminiscing.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be the place where they get got.
Yeah.
What if what they also do is like kind of like secretly writing in domains that they feel are going to be like theirs soon.
ooh, like a death.
Happened again.
Like
Oh no,
Where you said and then you cut out.
like a death note. I said.
Oh,
I haven't seen it, but I think that's how it works, right?
Mhm.
not
I was
really.
more, I was more thinking about them being arrogant. Of like,
All right.
that's gonna
forward
die.
planning.
that's gonna die. Huh,
Little fax
cars.
machines coming my way.
Cars, huh? Like people really want them, but I don't think that they're there for long.
I got pagers last time.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, yeah, I think that's the scene. They're just like
Yeah.
there, like
Do we need a
Contemplating.
clue for that?
pondering their domains.
Do we need a clue for that?
Um,
I mean, the tome of dead domains
Yeah.
feels like a
Yeah.
good enough
Great.
clue.
Mhm.
Yeah, love it.
And now, Illy, you will draw a card, and we know what will happen.
excellent.
It'll be a big murder, and then we got to get moving.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny. The last time I played this, like it was like barely an hour and a half.
This is the maximum possible number of lead up scenes. I've never
That's true,
seen
yeah.
it. I knew it was possible, but wow.
I mean, that's what playtesting's for, right?
Yeah. I don't even hate it because sometimes in some murder mysteries, like the murder is in like the last half of the book somehow, and it's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What took so long?
Definitely isn't a Columbo.
Let's flip up this next card.
Yeah.
It's a 4, but
Murder.
the murder happens. It's a full house. What a surprise! DJ Grimdark is going to be found dead in a locked room. Do we want to resolve the death now or when we come back? Because I do need to run to the bathroom, take a little break.
Let's take a quick break.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then we'll do it and we'll investigate.
This is honestly the most perfect person to get killed here.
It's great.
Truly.
It really is.
I was rooting for Katana to die just because the dead gamer would be great, but the God of Death is better.
Gamers never die. I already said that.
That's true. All right.
Shame.
We shall be
You're wrong.
back in about
Bye.
5 minutes.
Cool.
Welcome back to the Roll Plus Bond 6th anniversary stream. We are midway through our game of the Locked Room Murder Mystery game. We just found out that the God of Death has been murdered. And we're about to find out how and why and what that looks like. So, yeah, let's walk through how this works. So, when the full house occurs, first we do not move the killer like we normally would. The suspect currently being visited by the killer is murdered. So we will slam a dead token on them. I'll shrink that down a little.
It sounds like your Discord is cutting out a little bit, Adam.
Oh, I am?
At least on my end.
Yeah, I basically caught none of it.
Ooh, that's
when
fun.
when the full house first occurs, and then
And then gone. Okay. Discord is not cooperating with the stream today, which is not fun. Yeah, so basically what we already know, am I back? Can you hear me? Or is it still bad? Okay. DJ Grimdark is found dead. We don't move the killer like we normally would. We do check which suspect the killer would have moved to, which we got a 4 of spades, so it was going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. The good one is the one that finds the crime scene and kind of alerts everybody to it. And now we're going to go through the cards that we drew and add clues based on the number of that card that was drawn from the crime scene clue or crime scene clue table. So it's going to be 2 cards. It was 2 of everything and 3 of 4. So that'll be easy to adjudicate here. So 2 aces means one thing we find is a pile of stolen prayers.
whoa.
Somebody could throw that. If we could throw those somewhere into the empty clues, there's one that we're going to have to combine with an existing clue since we're at the max.
I'll do it.
2 twos means there's a secret mortal portal at the crimes at the scene, and somebody's coming through right now. 2 threes means there's a sealed goodbye letter from the victim in the meeting chamber. 3 fours is the threads of fate are deliberately wrapped around the victim, which is interesting because we have an entirely mundane death, but I guess we'll figure that out. And then 2 fives is the draft of a law that would totally alter how domains work.
Ooh.
Is found at the scene.
That's funny. I feel like we already.
I think we know what that law
Suggested that.
is going to look like.
Yeah.
So I think that's the one that we can combine with the central disagreement. We could just say that, yeah, there's a draft of a law that would alter how domains work. And we could just file these in
Can I have a
wherever.
pitch?
Yeah.
Can the secret mortal portal, someone coming through right now, be combined with the good one's foreknowledge about streaming?
Yeah.
This is like someone who's like doing some urban exploration that ended up on an island that is like live streaming their experiences to Twitch or something. I don't know if that's interesting to people.
That sounds.
Yeah.
It sounds good to me. I got something stuck in my
We
throat.
need to define what the portal is doing at this point.
Can it be related to the fact that Katana and Earl were streaming earlier? Oh, shit. I was muted. Sorry. Could it be related to how Earl and Katana were streaming earlier? Like, is that what you're saying,
Ooh.
that it's all kind of pile,
Oh
like
yeah.
having
I
like
like
an
that better.
unsecured internet thing.
Mhm.
They got fucking
Yeah.
doxxed.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I
They
like that.
doxed. They doxed the secret god island.
yeah. I like this a lot. That's much better. Should I rewrite this clue then, Adam?
Yeah. If we want to combine it, I think that's
So-
good to do. Right there.
So if they got dogs, is this like a pizza delivery guy?
That's so funny.
Somebody sent pizza through this portal. I mean, I like that a lot.
Mhm.
The stream
Does
is
that
also
mean-
bad just because it's like a parent and child like arguing.
Right?
Mhm. Does that mean we have have one open clue now?
Yeah, they don't all have to be filled in.
Okay.
They usually aren't because you don't draw damn 11 cards in the,
Fair.
in the lead up. Cool. So we'll just throw the sealed goodbye letter from DJ Grimdark
Mhm.
in the chamber. Is it a letter or is it like a radio recording that goes out?
This is my final
Yeah.
recording.
Like
Yeah. It's like a voice note.
yeah, done on like a reel-to-reel thing,
Yeah.
or like a wax, like a wax,
Oh,
like
It has to be a
cylinder.
cassette tape, a dead media.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, one of those mini cassettes. Those mini cassette recorders. Remember those?
yeah, like a dictaphone.
Yeah. That's the word. Yes.
That rules.
That's really good.
And honestly, DJ Grimdark seemed like the kind of person like was carrying such a thing around, like to take notes.
Sure.
All right. And now the threads of fate deliberately wrapped around the
We're
victim.
always talking to somebody named Diane. We don't know who it is.
Now, Diane. Rest in peace.
What? Like, do we have to define that?
No, we don't. We can investigate it if it comes up or not. It was, as far as playsets go, definitely difficult to come up with crime scene clues that might work for whatever ended up happening with the gods.
Yeah.
So,
Seems perfect so far.
so that was the locked room murder.
Mm-hmm.
And now, yeah, we just have to flesh out the scene a little bit. Like how are they found? They
So
were
the good one finds them.
Mhm.
I think they're just in their lounge chair at the beach from
Yeah.
like the last scene.
Right. There's no footprints. There's no nothing around. It's just there. What was the? So it was an entirely mundane death. How are they?
I mean, I joked that they had a skeleton face as the god of death, but it would be just funny if there was just a skeleton sitting in a chair and they weren't moving.
I can like that actually.
Like no
Like
real
the good one
evidence.
goes up to the good one goes up to talk, and then there's just no response. And like waves hand in front of eye sockets, no response.
Yeah, and the
Big
the
skeleton.
the flame of divinity that was like in their eyes is gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So the cause of death is
So, yeah, but inconclusive. Could be a natural death, except the god of death doesn't die a natural death.
right.
What? Yeah. What if like it's skeleton, but also if you look at it like they got stabbed?
There's a knife
I
in
don't
the.
know.
There's just
Yeah.
a knife in the eye hole.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't make sense, but knife in the eye hole and that eternal flame that was
That-
always behind the
Listen,
skeleton.
that hurts everyone.
Hey, that implicates Isana
I wouldn't
as
worry
the
about
god of knives,
Mm-hmm. Bangles,
Alright.
possibly.
who also has a known feud.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It is now time for the investigation to begin. And we have an hour and 10 minutes to get the investigation and summation done. So we'll probably have to do a lot shorter
boy.
scenes. And also card manipulation because we can't do another 11. We don't have time for that. But hopefully we won't need to and it'll just work out naturally.
I mean, if we like are running up on like 20 minutes left, we can just like fake the card drawn.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just if
Yeah.
that's what has
Right.
to happen, fair warning, it will. So the scenes are very much the same or very similar, except there are two new things that are going on. One, the killer's still bouncing around, but when it lands on somebody, it's going to add a peril. And if there's already a peril there, that character will die, or might die. A plot against their life will be enacted. You can clear peril by moving the sleuth around. So the sleuth is now the sort of representation of Cliff Webster Jr., who we're gonna have to get to know here in a second. You can move the sleuth. The sleuth lives in like these nodes between clue and suspect. So you'll get to move the sleuth a number of spaces equal to the card you drew to go investigate the link between that clue and that suspect. If the sleuth is next to a suspect that has a peril, you can remove it if you want to like prevent them from potentially dying. And that's the general idea. The idea is that you will be taking the clues and like updating them with some new information, related to that, the link that you find in the scene. And yeah, like before, we can either roleplay them or maybe we do a little bit more like, oh, this is what happens, and there you go. Yeah, and that is the way it goes. There's one other rule, and it is that if you get a black card, black cards are going to, the clue updates are going to be related to how the murder was done. So like it's a how, and then the red cards are going to relate to the rot, which is like the lies and secrets that surround the case and all of like the drama that is occurring. So that's like the why. Why did this happen? So yeah, we
Right.
will.
Sorry, how does the rot come into play?
It's just like a conceptual, like when you set your scene, if you drew a black card, you'll set a scene that relates to like how the murder happened, and if it's a red card, it's going to be like why the murder happened, because those are the two core mysteries of what's going on. All right, so I think Devin took the last turn, so Illy, you are first. I grabbed a card for you. It was a 2 of spades.
2 of spades.
So
okay.
the good one is going to get a peril. And then you can move the sleuth however you want. Between the nodes. You can move it 2 spaces.
All right. So, and then that clue is what I can work with.
Yeah, the clue and the suspect that you're next to are like what you'll focus the scene on, is trying to find the link. Yeah.
Okay. I think Cliff Webster here focuses very obviously on the draft of the
Okay,
first.
you're not cutting out in the same way, but it sounds like your microphone's getting farther away or something like that.
Okay, it's closer to my mouth now.
Yep.
Is it okay? Let
Yeah,
me
that's
know
better.
if my breathing sounds are annoying.
Okay.
Because that tends to happen when it's closer to my mouth. So, okay. Cliff Webster, sweating, did not sign up for this. Did not sign up for this at all. This was supposed to be a perfectly organized meeting. It was going so well. Karaoke night was a hit.
Was it?
Yeah, was it going well, Cliff?
It was all going according to schedule, at least.
Yes,
That's fair.
yes.
That's fair.
From Cliff's point of view, yes.
I like the idea that the gods are all a nightmare, but also they always arrive on time.
Like, I've only been called in to adjudicate one discussion so far, and that was whether speedrunning should be part of video games or not. I ruled to give Katana speedrunning. And it's been all right. the buffets are hit, all of that. And now suddenly someone's dead. So yes, I immediately focus on this draft of the law that would alter how domains work, because while I've been keeping in the background, I have kept an eye on the proceedings and definitely heard the keynote. Also because I was sort of hoping that there'd be a shout out for the good organization of the whole thing.
There was not.
There was not.
Uh,
Um,
what was the new law that Gulf Alpha India Alpha was trying to both consolidate and redistribute domains?
it does seem to be based on the similar principle, but I don't think it's exactly what Golf was going for. I mean, Golf was still speaking in rather general concepts of let's put them all in a pile and redistribute them, and so then it all devolved into arguments. But here we have a very precise law that, yeah, it does talk about taking all the newer domains away, but it crucially also sets out a scheme for the redistribution of original domains of now dead gods,
Ooh.
which used to just be assigned at the conference, but now there's like I don't know, is there like some kind of system, or I think the provision is that they automatically, with the death of a god, devolve to the god of death.
What if it's basic like something was like structures were like built that said like what the god of kind of suggested was okay, yeah, technically it's broadcasting, so it should be mine. So there are like super categories, and if
Yeah.
there's like a category of a dead god that needs to be redistributed, which previously just was okay, god of death gets that one, or like dead concepts, is now like well, if it's broadcasting, it would go to the broadcasting thing. So like, and what if like the god of death would lose a ton of domains or like lose a ton of things?
Right. Because I was thinking that it would be a draft that's very much a power grab for the god of death,
Yeah, I mean,
and
it
you're
could have
leaning the other way. Yeah,
I
I can
forgot
see
that the
that.
god of death died.
Yeah, the god of death died. That's why I'm thinking like this could be motive for
Yeah.
killing
Yeah, like
Well,
somebody.
God of Death,
Grimdark.
the God of
let's
Death
keep it like
situation is
this.
weird because they both have like one of the most powerful domains of everything, and then also all of the worst ones possible.
Yeah. Yeah, what
But
if
it's a
it's the
lot.
super categories, but then because we had like the god of joy or something, that we mentioned the DJ Grimdark god. Well, a lot of things spark joy. Do we really need a separate god of parties, a separate god of disco? Maybe those should all go to the god of joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just going to amend this to there's a draft of a law that would alter how domains work in favor of the god of death.
All right. And now moving to Mocha.
Okay, card. That's an ace of hearts. What do I need to do again? Like, first of all, move the murder, right?
Move the murder, so it'll bounce. I assume you don't want to make a new character, so it'll bounce over
No.
to Dwayne.
Right.
I don't think we need any new gods at the moment.
Oh, well. Have you heard of the god of... Yeah, Okay, then.
And now you can
Peril
move.
token?
Yeah, peril token there, and now you can move the sleuth one space in any direction.
Okay. Okay, I do want to. Can I move to the sealed goodbye radio cassette? No, right?
No, yeah, you can't get down there. We
Because
will. We will get to
I've
it
forgotten
though.
how movement works.
So you could basically go either to, so you can move to like one neighboring node. So
Okay.
here,
Weaponized
here,
domain assignment or cause of death now in inert skeleton.
yeah.
Well, let's. Let's go to the. Also to not trap us in a corner. Let's go to cause of death. Death now in inert skeleton.
Cool. And how Dwayne interacts with that in particular.
Yeah.
Would you like to clear this peril from Dwayne and prevent a potential death of the God of Love?
I think Cliff Webster Jr. would like to do that. Also, Cliff Webster Jr. looks a lot like Cliff Webster, which is, like completely average blonde-haired middle American, like young man at this point, like tucked down, like white button-up shirt, like short hair. Maybe he's a little bit like he's the kind of the business look that's now coming in, which is like oh we don't wear ties anymore, kind of like that.
That's good.
But
Are
yeah,
you sure you want to clear that peril? I'm happy to see any of these fuckers go.
like I think the thing is I want that. I don't think that Cliff Webster wants people to die here.
Fair.
That's bad for his for his reputation. Like one murder is already quite a lot. We don't need more. So what we know is that someone in some way turned the God of Death into a skeleton, but also stabbed them. The important part here is to know what happened first. What was the actual cause of death, and what is the misdirection, right?
Ooh.
So
I mean, the stabbing could have been somebody trying to frame Katana.
yeah, it could be that. It could also, again, it could be a red herring, says Cliff Webster, like walking around the resort, like trying to understand this murder case, which he is not equipped to solve. He's a wedding planner.
Is anybody sad about this?
That's a good question. Is the God of Love sad about this? Maybe I just
Yes,
walk
but
past the van.
But performatively.
Yeah. Okay.
What a tragedy.
Just want to say here. Sorry, go on.
No,
I just noticed that we're 20 quid of 4,000. So if anyone wants
Oh,
to
awesome.
donate,
yeah.
Oh.
That's amazing.
What kind of clue do I get from Dwayne that brings me to understand that the knife that was placed in the eye socket is actually like a misdirection?
Does it have to be the knife?
No, you can also do the other one.
What's the other
The
one?
skeleton. The skeleton
Okay.
turn. Or
Because my first thought was that they overdo their performative crying and make it seem like, oh wait, this fucker's actually pretty suspicious.
So it could be they overdo their performative crying to say like, oh, I can't believe, like they put so much emphasis on the knife.
what is that? And there's what if it turns out he was poisoned? Can we do that?
We've just run a bone analysis, actually.
Yeah, all the knife, and then, how does one turn into a skeleton and then does something and figures it out? There's a weird old god poison that skeletonizes a god. it is actually like a piece of like the old god of minerals that
Yeah.
Oh, hell
when
yeah.
when given to another god mineralizes them and like immediately like
That's cool.
That's
like
so
it.
cool.
I just assumed that like being a skeleton was part of the God of Death's deal when they manifest.
yeah, I mean, yes, that's what like it wants you to think, but where do I put this?
Just update
But
the cause of death. Like
even a living skeleton can be turned into a dead skeleton.
yeah.
Yeah, like
That's why it's so clever to use this poison, because nobody would suspect it.
Oh yeah, they had like fresh bone marrow with living cells and stuff in it before.
They were
Yeah.
they were a magical skeleton, but now they're just a regular old mundane
Yeah.
set of
Clever
bones.
Cliff.
All right.
Skeleton got skeletonized.
That moves to me. That's a 2. That's a better start. Maybe we can wrap it up quick. It was a 2 of diamonds. So we're going 1, 2 to Disco's Not Dead. We're imperiling Disco's Not Dead. Maybe Disco can truly be dead.
Fucking get him.
1, 2. This is going to. I'm sliding between. And I got a red one. Yeah. Sliding between Katana and the Tome of Dead Domains and saying. I think Katana is sort of investigating. Like, this is cool, right? To an edgelord. One.
Yes.
And super cool because Katana has feuded with Grimdark since before the world existed.
Fucking hated that guy.
But also maybe a bit of a bummer because now the feud is like, well, what do I have? That was like part of the excitement of the world, of everything, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think Katana is flipping through this Tome of Dead Domains and like getting a full picture of what DJ Grimdark did.
Also, just as another little motivation thing, I think Katana has like the most to lose in all of this because they were really happy with the domains they had, unlike a lot of the other gods.
Yeah, for sure. Katana's flipping through this Tome of Dead Domains, and there's like an imperceptible. I think Cliff walks up onto the beach where this is going on, and like senses that there's some sort of like energy occurring. It's an energy that usually, I guess Cliff would kind of know it because he has bestowed domains to gods already in this conference. And so there's like a very powerful, like the moment every time Katana flips a page, that there's like that spark of energy, like I don't think Katana knows, but they're absorbing a lot of these like weird old domains. Like they're now the god of the printing press. They're now the god of like stone tools. And it's just sort of happening as they're flipping through and looking at it because the very tome is humming with energy and trying to be occupied by somebody, whoever will look. So the dead domains, all of which are seeking a new master. Yeah, and that will be my turn.
All right. So I'll draw a card.
Yep.
That's a 4 of clubs. So, towards clubs. So I think that bounces to Grimdark, Dwayne, and then the good one, right?
Wraps around to the good one. A plot is enacted.
They got deadited.
You have a choice
Not yet.
here.
Uh-huh.
You can either just allow the plot to succeed and announce that the good one is dead, or you can attempt to thwart the plot, at which point you'll draw another card and we'll see what happens. Like a little die roll.
Oh.
Exciting.
I mean, I'll toss it to the table here. I'm inclined to say that the good one just sort of dies here. I think that's more, like, that's exciting to me. There was a part of me that was curious to see if the good one could have been the killer, but, I mean, I'm not
It
opposed
still
to...
could be.
Yeah, true. So I think I would lean towards the plot succeeds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I agree.
I do think seeing what happens is also kind of interesting. Even though I was like advocating for killing everybody just a second ago.
So you mean flipping up a new card and trying to attempt to thwart it, and maybe it succeeds and maybe it doesn't?
Yeah, just to showcase the mechanics, see what happens.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't mind that.
Cool. The way it's basically if the new card matches the color of the card that you just drew. So if you just drew that.
Okay, I will draw
4.
another card. So I'm looking for a club or a spade.
Yeah.
2 clubs.
If it matches, the plot is thwarted. Otherwise,
Okay.
the character dies.
So the good one is still in peril, right? But they're just not dead.
Right. Yeah.
Awesome. So I think this is the god of the hearth and the god of TV. I kind of think there is like an attempt to like maybe drown them.
Ooh.
Like I'm imagining at Earl's pool. Earl is like the god of gods. Earl is incredibly rich. Earl's pool has like a mechanical cover that goes on top, and while the god of the hearth is taking a late night swim, that just starts to mechanically like retract and start to cover the pool. And I think if maybe the god wasn't paying a little bit more attention, they would have got.
Yeah.
But it's like ambiguous. Was that a malfunction? Was that
Okay. Yeah, that some sort of jigsaw trap.
So
Maybe
then-
they got them.
I also move Cliff Webster Jr.
Yep. Yeah, you got your normal 4, and you can set your scene. Do your scene normally. But can include that.
Yeah.
Oh, we're also meant to update. So which one of these clues? I'm curious.
Oh, it changes as a result. of
Yeah,
that?
it'll change one of the clues that is next to the good one, like that sort of played a role.
Yeah, I wonder if it was like this mysterious package that helps them get away. And maybe it was a it is revealed that this is what's a good thing for this to be?
The instruction manual for the pool cover.
Another remote control for it.
Yeah, Captain just sort of gave an instruction manual. It's like, I have a suspicion this is going to become important. I don't know why, but I think it might be.
Sometimes gods get a little vision, you know.
Yeah.
My parent is gonna almost get drowned in a pool, and the good one must have read that like yesterday and was like, why did he give me this?
Yeah,
And
I
now
love
it's
that.
like,
I
oh.
love that. Okay. I think I'm going to move Cliff Webster Jr. over here between the good one. We'll get to a lot of streaming. We'll do a lot to get streaming, sorry, and Katana. And I wonder here if this is I think here maybe the revealed thing is like
If it helps, I've been kind of imagining that Katana and the good one, despite all of their toxic traits, have like a good relationship.
yeah, no, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if there's like a plot here where like the overlap of streaming and video games as distinct domains across different gods will give them like just a lot of power together.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's a collective thing that happens to
Yeah.
work out really well.
Because streaming is
Um,
just the combination of video games and TV.
Exactly. So
And
if they
also,
separate it,
or I was going to say somehow a combination of the forge and the hearth, but not really. But I mean, those already connect to each other as well. You can forge
Exactly.
things in the fire.
yeah. So this is a clue is I think maybe Cliff Webster Jr. is like sneaking around and like presses his ear to a door and overhears a conversation between the good one and Katana where they're talking about this plan. which is like their like partnership will increase in value or in power with the collection of this domain.
That's awesome.
Cool. All right, Tevin.
All right. I also have a million tabs open. There it is. 3 of clubs. All right, clubs is that direction. Wait, how does that work again?
Let me zoom out. I was zoned out entirely. Yeah, so it'll go
3, like
1, 2.
this way.
Yeah. And then again, assuming that we don't want new gods, but correct me if I'm wrong, it will land on
Yeah, I think we're
DJ
good.
Grimdark.
Cool. And I move the sleuth 3 as well.
Yep. In wherever you want to go.
Wait, wherever I want to go, or like a certain amount of spaces?
3 spaces, but in any direction. You're not like beholden to the suit on that.
Okay, okay. So I could go to like a pile of stolen prayers, or the threads of fate or deliberately wrapped around. Are those the places I can go? Or secretly keeps domains dying from meddling with the humans.
Mm-hmm. You can get to basically anywhere, I think, except for Threads of Fate.
Oh, yeah, duh. Let's get some... Oh, I guess we just talked about the instruction manual. I feel like we've had a lack of capping
Yeah,
in
I
the
mean,
story.
you could still do that though. Like,
Hanging out on his boat.
Oh,
you,
like
Kind of
maybe
avoid
we
the
could, like,
drama,
think
you
about
know?
where they got the instruction manual from.
Yeah.
yeah, or why, or
Yeah, because the other two that interest me are the ones on either side of Disco's Not Dead,
Hmm.
or all of the ones around Disco's Not Dead are pretty good. I'd love to know more about this meddling with humans situation. What's the table interested in?
Oh, pick what you fancy.
Yeah, they're all good.
Yeah, I think there's like a plethora of good options here.
we've made a good soup.
Okay, let's weaponize domain assignment. That
Yes.
sounds great. So I reveal what the connection is, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. God of the Arts. What's this fucker up to?
And for the weaponized domain assignment, if you recall, like that was DJ Grimdark's whole thing with the weird pranking is doing that. And Disco's Not Dead was playing along. But
Yeah.
didn't necessarily get it, or at least didn't seem to understand it. But hey, maybe that was not true.
They were secretly playing DJ Grimdark as well.
A double bluff.
Oh.
Did we move the killer for you?
We
Yeah.
did.
We did, okay.
The thing I'm kind of interested in here is kind of a combination of this clue and the clue to the left. The Tome of the Dead domains are all seeking a new master. Disco's Not Dead still fucking hates Earl.
Mm-hmm.
And now that all these domains are trying to find a new master, and Disco's Not Dead was part of a scheme to weaponize domain assignment, I think they want to... they steal the book. They steal the tome. And they, like, hide it somewhere in Earl's... what's his name? Cliff Webster Jr. discovers that the tome has been hidden in
Oh my gosh.
Earl's mansion in a place where Earl's not like conscious of it, but all of those bullshit domains are like getting fed into him.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Is it just like an excerpt of like the worst domains from that book?
Yeah.
What are these
Oh,
like
so maybe
copied,
just like a few pages.
like ripped out pages, like stuffed into like all books.
Yeah, like Earl's now the god of like early 2000s bad CG graphics.
Mhm.
Just in Earl's cushions or something under
Yeah.
his mattress.
It's like
Um,
everywhere.
Though Cliff Webster Jr. discovers that this was a plot from Disco's Not Dead because there's a little bit of glitter on the pages.
Oh.
Gasp! Yes. Yes.
So you mentioned, yeah, if you want, you mentioned that it was kind of left somewhere. What if it's left on, like, the way that it's flipping these ripped out pages is because it's like left on like a speaker that's just somewhere, and so like when this the next beat of the disco plays, like a page falls off, and so like that's how it's flipping through them.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Karuna Lara in the chat says Earl's now the god of getting Shrek.
Yeah, and
Oh, poor Buffer.
of icing people.
Oh no, I forgot about icing.
Oh god. Okay. My go? I think.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so red is rot. I've got the 2 of hearts.
Cool. 2 of hearts, so we'll bump. Oh my god, it's having these be
Good
empty
one
down here
again.
is really bad for the good one.
Oh,
It's like a super highway right to them. So the good one is put under peril here again before you get into
Maybe
it.
a little bit better of a murder plot this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It's-
can get him now. I don't give a shit now.
Would
no,
you?
I do think I would like to try and foil this plot.
Okay. Yeah, give it a go. Give it a card.
how do I
And
do
this
this?
might end the whole thing, which is fascinating.
Wow.
Because we are
Because I
at,
think if you draw a 5,
yeah, if you draw anything but a 5, then it'll be very revealing.
There's a 3 of hearts.
All right, and it matched color, so they survived the plot again. But
Okay.
suddenly jumping in, before
That
your
was a good
scene,
one.
we just hit a full house. So
Mhm.
the good one will be revealed to be the murderer here. Because we
Okay.
hit a full house. We're at the end
Oh,
of the thing.
Smooth or no?
You don't. That's a good question. I don't know if I have it written. What happens when you get the full house, like right in the middle of your turn? I think that yes, you should, but it should include like.
I think you mentioned that.
Oh, do I? Because I know it can end it immediately. So I think what happens is, actually, in the interest of time, because we have to wrap it up, or we have to.
It's attempt to thwart the plot, right?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't say if you move the sleuth or something. It's just that that's the victim of our plot is the perpetrator of the whole crime.
All right, that's a little hole there, but
Good. That's playtesting. Okay, but does that mean the sleuth discovers this, or do we just now
Yeah,
decide how the sleuth discovered
I
this?
think let's do the whole. So I think we should do what does this plot look like, and then we'll jump to the summation. Yeah, we won't do the normal sleuth, but this plot is definitely what's going to it's going to connect all the dots for Cliff Webster on how the good one did it or why. Or
Oh yeah, it needs to be a Y.
but you don't have to explain all that because we'll get to that in the summation. There's like a set of things that occur.
I think the way it's done, or the plot, involves a knife, but without the god-killing poison. Because the good one is trying to fake attacks on them and themselves, and it's like, okay, well, we know about the knife, they probably don't know about the poison. I think it's some kind of crazy Indiana Jones trap situation where, you know, you open a door and the knife flies at you or something, and then the good one just happens to drop something and crouches down to pick it up just as the knife flies past.
Yeah. Are they with Cliff? And Cliff is like, all right, this is too much.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah,
You're not,
like it's so obviously suspicious.
you're not fooling me. Let's.
Is it is it like a very gaudy knife that kind of looks like what if it is it like a knife that Katana usually carries around?
I mean, they carry around a lot of knives, so
Yeah, but like what
statistically,
if,
yes.
what if it's like one of your first knives or whatever?
Oh,
You know?
I gave them this knife when we first got married.
God, Mary.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yes, good.
Instead of a ring, I just gave you a knife.
A lot of the forge moment.
Yeah, back then that meant a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
Or it's like it is a ring, but it has a whole knife attached to it. I just like welded them together.
Yeah. Move over brass knuckles. I got knives.
No, it's just a single
Is
ring.
it a Wolverine situation? Oh yeah, but just one.
No, just imagine you have a knife and then you melted a ring onto the like hilt of it.
All right. So when you're wearing the ring, it just out perpendicular to your finger.
I was gonna
I
say
was
parallel, but
imagining-
perpendicular
I was
is funnier.
imagining parallel, yeah, like a like one Wolverine finger.
Perpendicular is way funnier though.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
So now it's time for the summation. The journal is officially complete. The detective has everything they need to reveal the truth to the world and put an end to our story. The suspect the killer rests on is the culprit. They committed the grisly crime that our story revolves around, and their attempts to hide the truth have been for naught. The time for vague narrative beats is over. Decide together how the detective breaks the truth. Do they trick the killer into revealing themselves? Do they summon all involved to a parlor room to reveal secrets? Or do they swoop in right as the wrong person is about to be accused by the police? Probably not that one for us. Or do they stage an experiment to recreate every step of the murder, proving once and for all the truth? How does Cliff like reveal that the good one is the killer yet again?
I am always a fan of the detective gets everyone in a room thing.
Yeah,
I love a parlor room scene.
It's so
Yeah.
funny that the good one did a murder and then did 2 false murders on themselves.
Well, yeah.
No one would suspect it.
there's somebody out there. Somebody on a rampage. Okay.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
I mean, it's
yeah.
not TV. They probably have all kinds of ways to like think of killing people.
Right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I imagine some sort of thing like in the conference hall with Cliff Webster taking the mic and going
Right. It's
like,
here's the deal.
yeah, like as part of my duties as a conference organizer and whatever,
Domain consultant and
Wedding
domain
planner.
consultant, detective apparently. I have gathered you all here together.
yeah.
Let us review the steps, blah, blah, blah.
Cool. Okay, so now here is what we do. We first remove from the journal any suspects that fell victim to a plot, which is nobody. Nobody actually fully died from a plot. Explain what they knew about the culprit. Okay, we can skip that. Then we're going to go through each of the card ranks and count the number of cards of that rank. And resolve the corresponding prompts. So for each ace, we got 1 ace. Remove from the journal a number of clues that are revealed to be red herrings. Explain what other mystery they pointed to, and these will be out of play completely. So which of these clues that might, I mean, because I think a few of them are going to end up not being relevant, but which one is interesting to say right now is not relevant?
Do we think like the Disco's Not Dead plotting stuff is like it seems like they were doing nefarious stuff, but like on their own,
Yeah,
unrelated.
I think that makes sense. Like the weaponized domain assignment.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's stick like a red herring.
This would happen. This is what happened last time I played this game. There was like 2 evil plots going on, and one had nothing to do with the other.
That's so good.
Very cool.
All right. For each 2, we're going to remove from the journal a number of clues. We're going to remove from the journal makes more sense if you're playing in person, because you'll like grab them and make a pile of them. So we're going to choose a number of clues that are critical to the case. We could circle them. Explain why the mystery cannot be solved without these.
It's probably baying for blood, right? That's one of them.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot that it was them that did that.
Well, what clue most points to their like plot of like power consolidation?
This one? Katana and the Good Ones partnership will become more powerful with streaming.
Yeah.
I do like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Maybe
was
Both and both the DJ Grimdark and Earl were like really adamant about getting streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, well, who knows if Katana knew about this or was just an unwitting accomplice?
Gasp.
Well, Katana didn't have anything to do with the other murder that the good one did.
uh
Yeah,
is
but that was eons ago.
I mean, Katana because they have a high KDA or KDR.
could be the secret island getting doxed, even though we didn't like expound on it yet at all. I think it could be interesting as
I like that
one
too,
that's
yeah.
critical. Like that
Yeah.
Yeah.
part 2 of this plot is going to be something, would have been something with like mortals pouring in.
Hmm.
Well, another argument for we have to do this like less.
Yeah.
Because
And then what is one other one that is critical?
Is the instruction related to this, or is this again a completely unrelated thing?
That's a good question. Because on one hand, it could be semi-unrelated. Like Captain had a vision of his parent dying, and like knew that giving this instruction manual would help, but didn't necessarily realize it was like a cell phone situation or like.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think that the draft law would be a good candidate.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I think that.
I like draft law personally.
Oh, I was also gonna say, what if the secret island getting doxed is related to the Tome of the Dead seeking new masters?
Oh,
Making all these demigods of like bullshit domains.
that's like a separate plot. I could deal with that.
Yeah, like spreading out all of these bullshit domains to like the mortals that end up on the island.
I also had a different idea. Is like, what if the way the domain of death gets distributed is by people finding the book or something, and this is like, and it has to be immortal or something.
Yeah, that's what I was
Because-
suggesting.
Like the god of death.
Yeah, a god cannot be like a god of death. Cannot be like an immortal person because they never know what, like, they don't know what death means.
Whoa, that's fun.
Yeah, you gotta
My head 3 times.
you gotta find your mort.
Yeah. You make this work.
Cool. Then what if we moved the secret island down to just the cause of death? Because I think that makes sense.
I like it.
It's nice and easy. So that was each 2. So for each 3, we're going to remove a number of suspects whose secrets are irrelevant to the case. They're certainly guilty of something. They were not part of the murder.
It has to be disco, right?
Yeah, I think that's an
Yeah.
easy one.
I think,
We have 2 of these.
Maybe Golf Alpha and D-Alpha is the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the god of love, who's also super dodgy.
Oh, yeah, I think I like that better actually.
Yeah, I mean, making a stance on that is fun because like the good one, they did kill before, and so like the god of love not being part of this one is definitely interesting.
Well,
Yeah,
they were
like,
trying really hard to like, have an alibi to not get wrapped up in that shit.
Uh-huh.
All right.
They
That's
probably
good.
got wrapped into it before and like have regretted it ever since.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing's been the same
Oh,
since the
murder's
God
not
of Joy
coming
was
with the God
dead.
of Love. Yeah.
All right, and now we have 1-4, so we can take somebody who has somebody who played a part in the murderer's plot, whether they knew it or not.
that might be Captain.
I'd say, yeah,
Captain or Katana.
Captain or Katana for sure.
I mean, what if? I don't know if we can do that, but what if the package also had the poison?
Yeah, we can do
And
whatever we
it-
want.
Ooh. That was my initial intention, actually, putting that
Yeah.
package there. So making it also have the poison there, I like that.
I mean, a mysterious package is always a good move because it could be anything.
Yeah.
Whatever
Exactly.
the
I
character
love,
needs.
I love a good mysterious package.
Also, knowing that the good one was the murderer could also mean that this previous attempt was also fake, right?
Oh yeah, it was fake, defo. I'm sure.
And so
Yeah.
it wasn't really a manual. It was okay, at this time you have to be in the pool.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Right. So this was from like an accomplice on the outside who was given the timing and the poison.
Yeah, the captain.
All right. So now we have anybody that's not red herringed or anybody or any clue that's not red herringed or circled can be involved, but doesn't have to be. Like we can use them if it makes sense. But
Yeah.
we have to tie everything together that is highlighted. Yeah, and it has to be like Cliff Webster starts going through all of this stuff. Yeah, the rules are role play the scene, play as the different characters, walk through the events that led to the fateful crime. Don't hold anything back here. This is the truth as it happened. You know who did it, which clues were important, which characters heard or saw something, and which characters were involved in some way. Oh yeah, because 5s is removed from the journal a number of suspects who could have been key witnesses had they shared everything they saw, heard, knew, or thought, and we had none of those. So it was almost the perfect crime. Yeah, how does this play out? I guess that's our job now.
Katana's like, oh, good one, babe. That was sick. Fuck that guy.
So Cliff gathering everybody to this area or to the council room or whatever they call the part where they actually do the meetings, the meeting room, and saying, look, here is the situation.
It's a ritual grove in the middle of the island.
Perfect. That's great. There's like a big table made of live tree.
Oh.
Classic.
There's like mortals hidden behind the trees taking pictures, streaming it on their phones.
Right, they're here.
Oh shit. They're like the most epic LARP ever.
Because like for them, this is just people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Except that one weird cartoon disco guy.
It's just like, why
Dinosaur.
is this guy wearing the dinosaur costume?
This quadricentennial godly domain meeting was a lie from the start. There was one among us that planned to use it to advance their own power. I don't know why, but let's walk through the facts. And starts walking through, I guess, like all of these different bits, pointing out the law that was found, the package.
The good one and the captain make eye contact as they realize that like the package was known about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything was inventoried. Yeah, and I think is it just that Cap and the Good One planned to do this, so that they could take more domains for themselves?
What if Captain was involved, but not really, kind of like on the promise of, okay, No, because there's Y2K domain envy. Captain wanted
Yeah.
to get something cool.
Yeah.
It was
It's like once we get more domains, then we can make sure that on come 2050 or come 2050, you can get something good.
Yeah, listen, son.
Well, they were all planning a big convention because it's
Yeah.
the god of video games, the god of TV, and the god of parties. They were all gonna have a huge fucking blowout festival.
Yeah, the 2050 party of the century.
Yes, may I quote the chat? TwitchCon 2025 was going to be hosted on the Secret Island.
And also,
Yeah.
they're like a little family, the three of them.
Mhm.
So
So did Katana know about this or not?
I think Katana is an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Katana like jumps up and says, "How can you accuse my family of this? They would never."
Well,
And
I was gonna have Katana like step in after the Cliff was done and be like, "Who gives a shit? We're gods. We
Yeah.
kill each other all the time." Like,
Can it be both of those? Like when the accusation happens, it's like, how could, no way they did this, and then yeah, the girl's
Yeah,
like,
I
no,
like
we did. We're red-handed, and that's when Katana immediately shifts over to that. Yeah,
Who
I mean,
gives a
whatever.
shit?
Who fucking cares? Like, what are you gonna send us to? I mean, yeah,
you can send us to jail. Fuck you.
we've done this shit for millennia at this point, and we'll do it again.
I don't know, like maybe at this point, Earl has been playing on a Tamagotchi the entire time. It just appeared.
So funny.
Like puts it aside and say, listen, I think you're forgetting something here. Maybe it does something along the line of like, as long as your feet are under my table.
Ooh, and the table like wraps around their roots wrap around their feet.
That's really
Oh.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And just locks them in place, and then just goes on a tirade about how pathetic this all is.
Mhm.
In a way, because this is about big concepts, right, and big ideas, and you are squabbling about streaming and grunge music and disco, things that like are so ephemeral.
Yeah, we are gods. I think you forget.
No,
That's
excuse
what
me,
I'm
I think.
saying, says Golf.
And then like a tiny, like a very like quiet like beeping sound from the table. Oh, excuse me, I have to take care of this. And, like picks up the Tamagotchi again.
Poor Earl is currently so scattered.
Somebody is giving him a lot of stuff. It just shows up in his house.
Yeah.
There's an entire new wing of just like old records and old weird record players. Again, like wax cylinders. There's like a gramophone wing now.
Right, because
I-
Earl doesn't have the ability, like DJ Grimdark had centuries and centuries to like figure out how to deal with these weird impulses that arrive through
yeah.
this
And
godly
also-
power.
Also, think like the book contained it.
Yeah.
Like this has been broken. It's just spilling out of his house.
Yeah, spilling out of it's the whole thing is a mess. I don't know what it devolves into. What do we think the ending of our tale is, given all of this?
I mean, I think part of what Katana was saying is just absolutely true. Like,
Mhm.
there's no justice. There's no like outside force that's gonna like adjudicate consequences.
I think
Like-
there is, and it's Earl, but Earl is so scattered at the moment.
Yeah,
So
it's
there's-
that, and it's also kind of like the equivalent of like, okay, you're grounded for like a week,
Yeah.
you know, like in a mansion. And I have no real understanding of like what's the root cause of crime or whatever. Yeah,
Well-
you annoyed me. Like, the good one already killed one.
So
Someone.
I think the weaponization of those domains is a red herring, but I think it like helps them get away with
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
crime, because now Earl is so distracted by all these like bullshit domains that he can't take streaming from the good one and Katana and Captain, so they just like get what they wanted from all
Right.
this.
He can't take
Yeah.
streaming. He
shit.
can't implement even that slap on the wrist that Mocha's saying. Like he's all scattered. And so even though it was a red herring over here with Disco, yeah, exactly what you're saying.
He's got to clean up poop made out of 20 pixels.
Right.
Yeah, but I like the idea that Disco's plot of secretly keeping domains from dying by meddling with the humans is sort of connected to this whole secret god island being doxed and
Oh, yeah.
giving domains to humans,
Yeah.
and that succeeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them becomes the new god of death, of course, but
Yeah.
a lot of them become the god of all this other shit.
Yeah.
Does like Golf Alpha India Alpha become the god of death? The new god of death?
I don't know.
I thought it would be immortal. Like someone would pick
Yeah.
that.
Oh right, we did talk about that. I totally forgot.
Ah, no worries. Could also
Yeah, I
do that.
feel like Golf takes advantage of this whole thing to sort of shunt off planes to a human and go back to just being god of the earth.
That's really funny. Surely demigods will solve all of our problems.
Yeah, I never wanted these stupid planes.
Yeah.
Elon Musk becomes the god of planes and all of the
Oh,
planes
no.
crash.
Oh my god!
No,
Sorry, that was an inappropriate joke. I apologize.
there's only one thing that like that one gets. Is shoot through the face.
In our game, fictional, of course.
Yeah,
of
no,
course.
Definitely.
No,
I'm like not advocating for anything ever.
But what if?
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think what follows or what would follow in this world is like, yeah, it's a complete remaking of the world on accident. Like all of these,
Yeah.
all of these humans becoming gods of like random crap, demigods, I guess, and yeah,
Mhm.
that's our
The
murder
next
mystery.
convention's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
I think there's like a moratorium on conventions. I think that's like one thing that's been put down. It's like, okay, let's wait. Like, let's do the next one like 500 years or something.
let's see how
I mean,
this all
All
shakes
these
out.
humans are dead.
I feel like golf would advocate for that, because the whole reason that all of these like things got so niche is because we have to fucking do this every 25 years. We have
Yeah.
to talk about all the new things. If we only do this every like 200 years, then I don't know. Put all that shit together. Who cares?
Yeah.
Also,
Instead
Earl
of-
has some stuff to work through.
Yeah, he sure does. Get out of my
Instead of like
swamp.
the god of Tamagotchis, we'd have the god of mechanized warfare and things like that.
That 200 years, we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
All right,
Cool.
and there we go.
good game.
This has been the Locked Room Murder Mystery Game. I think maybe we do introduction, outro, and we get out of here for the next game.
Sure.
Sounds good.
So yeah, thank you. Oh, well, let's check. Have there been any new donations to read off, or
There are like 3 in my thing. No, yeah, the 3 in the spreadsheet.
so we have £60 from Twice, £25 from Anonymous, and 45 from Marin. And thank you all for that. This has been great. We're raising money for medical aid for Palestinians, so any donations are helpful and great. We are on the cusp of 4,000, which is a nice round number. So if anybody could take care of that, that would be wonderful. We have been playing the Locked Room Murder Mystery Game. You can find more about it at lockedroomgame.com. You could play it yourself. All the rules are there for free. I am Adam. I designed it. You could find my other games at adambell.itch.io. And then, yeah,
All of Adam's games roll. You should check them out.
thank you.
Yeah, totally. I had a really good time playing this game. I'm hoping to play it sometime soon again.
Cool. Yeah, it's fun. This was a great playset. Like, this is the most wacky one. That
It really is so wacky.
And it was really fun. I'm gonna leave it up on their website for sure for other people
Oh,
to
yeah.
hop into.
Yeah.
But yeah, Anna, if you want to introduce /
Yeah. My name is Anna. I make a few games. You can see what I've done at seasidesepulcher.itch.io. That the game that I wrote with Rosetta is Capes in the Dark, and that's going to be up next on stream. So definitely stick around for that if you're curious. I truly have had so much fun with that game, and I'm very excited to see Coffee run it.
And several people in the Discord are feral about it, so you should check it out.
Several, yeah.
At some point, I need to play it.
Yeah, same.
Well, I'm biased, but I think it's fun. Yeah, like I said, you can find me. I guess I technically have a Blue Sky, but whatever. And you can find me on KalasCon, where again we're gonna have a Legislator episode coming out this week.
It's gonna be normal.
Very normal.
Oh yeah, I'm Devin. I'm at Devin Decibel everywhere, at least places that matter. I also make games. DevinDecibel.itch.io. I'm currently kickstarting a physical book edition of one of my games. It's going to come with a companion soundtrack. I think some of the. Oh no, I don't think any of the songs from that ended up in the interstitials, but you can find that at ttrpg.link/pale. You should check that out if you're a fan of Outer Wilds, No Man's Sky, or Annihilation. It's a game about being surrealist cosmonauts. And yeah, that's all I'm going to plug for now.
Yeah. I'm Illy. Go look at all of these people's games. That's my plug. Thanks for this awesome game, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Mocha. Go to Steam and play the demo of Virtue 7, which is my video game that is coming out in May. If you play it to the end, you will find a virtual representation of me with a very important message. I'm not going to say it here because I don't want to spoil it, but it's, I think, something that every one of us should keep in mind what I'm saying there. In general, the game is about the end of the world and desperately trying to do something even when it feels pointless. And being very angry. And you also do a lot of kicks and flying around. And it's good.
Huh.
It sounds like my life.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Especially the
Go
chaos.
wishlisted.
I'm being committed to like just not caring anymore. And it's a good time.
That's art, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so relatable. I'm right there with the game we just played.
Yeah, and it's I had a great time. Awesome stream, awesome people. I'm fairly tired now, so I forgot half of what I wanted to say, but every year is a blast here. And check out Adam's games. I think a few weeks ago I played Grasping Nettles for a different thing just on my own. And it worked really well for what I wanted to do, so that's cool. Yeah. Anyway, I stopped talking now.
Cool. All right. Yeah, if nobody else has anything to say, I think that's perfect timing for us, because then it'll be 5 minutes till the next game.
Awesome.
Okay, bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for playing.
Bye-bye.
Bye.